Yo. Check. DJ Hamster Stampede, we in the building. My brother, Mr. Fantastic. My brother, Aaron. What's poppin', fellas? What's goody, man?
Yo, what's going on?
What to do it?
Shit, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most, man. Salute, man. We off site. How you say it? We off, whatever it's called. We in, I was about to say
Broadcasting from
off the
satellite location.
satellite location, my ass. There ain't no satellites in Mississippi. Period, son. Ain't no sat. I'm using my phone connected to my laptop to generate Wi-Fi. This shit is despicable, son.
He
Hey man,
said
shout
it
out
ain't
to
no
shout out to the
satellite.
SIP, man. Shout out to the SIP.
That's one thing I'm rebuking. There shouldn't be a nickname for a place like this. They
Hey,
don't.
man,
You just say Mississippi. That's all you gotta say.
on the
In
SIP.
Mississippi, this shit, yo. I don't know how Shot is so cool. I don't know how he did it. That nigga must have had cable growing up, cause he had to find something or someone outside of here that like, okay, that's how you act. Okay, that's how you say this. This no way, son. There's a host of hotels right here, and there's a like a food place. You know, you got like a draft house or whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? It's closed. I'm like, you literally don't have enough traffic to keep open a, you know what I'm saying? Like a bar, you know, one of them hotel, you know, it's right next to the hotel. Like an ale house. That's what we call them and shit.
Brewery, pub, brew pub.
So yeah, man, this shit's scary, bro. I got the door locked and then I got the thing on it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't keep a brew pub open. Come on, man. It's beer, it's burgers, it's nachos.
Yo,
Come on. It's
your
whiskey.
man.
Y'all ain't never heard we got that at the house. That's the South. The South created that.
What,
You
brew
ain't had
pub?
no choice.
You got McDonald's money. That the South created that. That originated from there. Y'all know what crystals are? Crystals like White
Yeah,
Castle, the better
yeah.
version. You ever bought crystals? Like, hey, can we get cheese? We got cheese at the house. That's the South for you, bro. We got that at the house, brother.
Yo, but it's weird. It's like the Target sign missing an A. Why? It's Target.
Tarjay, man. That's the they to apostrophe. They say it how they say it for real. So to J.
Yo, man, I got a bubble back TV. Okay.
No, you
What?
lying, nigga. No,
What?
Well, it's not a super bubble, but it's a
never gonna
half
let
a
you.
bubble, bro. Look,
I'm not gonna let you
that
disrespect the South
that's
like
a
that.
half. Look at that shit.
Oh man, that's a flat screen, man. We're not gonna
No,
do that, y'all.
no, look
We're not gonna do that.
at
Yeah,
TV.
it's still a flat screen, brother.
The
That's not no.
profile on TVs today
Come
is
on,
like
man.
that.
Yeah,
Yo,
well, oh man, no. Now I gotta take up for the silk, goddamn. Listen, bro. Hey, man. Hey, nigga, you should they well, damn, they probably don't got a fucking 4 seasons there. I know they don't.
they
Don't let
got they
No, they got
got they got free drinks down the lobby at 5:30. I'm like, what y'all got? What y'all? He's like, it's top shelf. I'm like, what y'all got? We got. He excited and shit. Little Arab dude. So they got for their top shelf. They have
lemonade
Sveka.
orange juice.
Svega?
What?
Vodka, that's vodka.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
one
Svega.
vodka.
one step up
Yeah,
from
I'm
that.
like, that's not
Tequila,
top shelf.
tequila gonna tell it all. What's the top shelf tequila?
1800.
Come on, man. Stop it, man.
I suck my teeth too. That's me. When you say I suck my teeth, I was still like, yo. I'm like, damn, son. I said, what y'all got for brown? He's like, well, we have niggas say I said, never mind, don't. Because he's like, no. I said, no, I guarantee you don't got what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Hey,
but you got no Scotch, does he?
Paul Masson, brother.
If he got some Paul down there, son, I'm kicking it over.
I get listen. If you're in the South, bro, you're gonna have some Paul Masson. You got some Erkin
Hmm.
Jerk, and it's one more. It might even be what was it? The shit that the what's name did? Shit. The Quavo got a thing with him. I'm trying to think. Not Remy. It's not Remy. It's the other joint. It's the cheap version of
Oh,
Remy.
what? Which one?
It's not Cavarcier, is it? It's not Cavarcier. It's another joint.
Cavassier?
Nah, yeah, it's not Cavarcier though. It's another thing. Hold on, let me see.
I'll tell you what, man.
Do y'all know what Scotch is in the South?
No, they know what whiskey is. They don't know nothing about no Scotch, Aaron. That
Oh, my,
well. I mean, hold on. I'll take that back because technically, Crown Royal is Scotch, or
No,
no, that's whiskey, right?
Canadian
it's
whiskey.
whiskey.
Canadian Scotch.
No.
Scotch
Nah, niggas
whiskey
don't
is like Johnny
Scotch.
Walker.
Yeah, y'all know Johnny Walker.
Yeah,
No,
nah, not even that. I never heard of that shit until I got in the military. Motherfuckers don't drink no motherfucking Scotch
forget
at
about
all.
Macallan and
Oh hell no. Yeah, my cat. No. Mm-mm. No.
Yo, man. It's, and the thing about Mississippi is it's, ranked 46 out of 50 states for education.
well, what's left? Alaska, Alabama, and who else?
Louisiana.
We, wow.
Yep. Alaska, Alabama, Louisiana.
Is
What were
that
the
right?
other
I
one? I
that
think
right?
New Mexico.
Holy cow.
Damn. Son. I don't know how shy his mom must be a savant, nigga. Like it's cause moonshine. I don't think I never had like original moonshine.
Now you can definitely get that from down there.
Yeah, I only had like they got it at the store from time to time. Like they put in the
Yeah,
what's the
that
ball
smoking
jar?
white shit ain't. Yeah, that white lightning shit ain't. What's the name? Nah, that made
Mm,
shit
yeah,
that changed life.
we was having a conversation, Mufasa and I, about the North being more intelligent or smarter than the South. I don't even know why he was arguing with me, to be honest. This shit is underdeveloped and all that. You got a hostess missing a tooth, my nigga. You,
Ring,
she
ring,
could
ring,
be,
ring, ring, ring.
she could be cleaning. She could be cleaning. She could be clean. She could be doing any. Not the hostess. I get off the plane. I want to get some food. She got pager teeth, crackhead teeth, whatever y'all call it. I couldn't even eat. I didn't want to get no Dunkin' Donuts. Nigga, she talking over the donuts, talking over the coffee. I'm like, this is a different world, son.
Yo, what's the
Y'all
airport down
white
there?
Jackson. Yo, y'all white people look bad, son. Y'all white people doing bad. Yo, y'all white people are doing bad, son. I'm gonna have the white people from up north check on they white people from down south. Jesus Christ, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most, man. How was your weekend, Mr. Fantastic? Okay, I see the upgraded hat and all that.
This old.
Come
They
on,
fucked
man.
it up.
Don't try to be all modest, my nigga.
Nah, it was cool, man. Getting ready for this trip, baby. You know what I'm saying? About to have me some fun in the sun, baby.
Where you going?
Turks
When?
this weekend or this week rather.
Damn, so you back to back. What, you flying right to DC from there?
No, I'll be back for a couple days. I'll be
Okay.
back for
What
I always do that, bro. I always sandwich my shit. I put like a day in between and then keep it moving. While I'm out, I'm out.
yeah, you already got that energy, like that energy, yeah. That how long you staying in Kirk? 4 days? Turks, 4 days?
Four. Yeah, four.
Yeah, that's my max. I do four, I gotta come back home.
Yeah, bro. After that, it's like you just wasting money. You done pretty much seen everything on the island or whatever.
But you going to Turks Dolo?
Yeah,
No, you not. Why you
yeah,
smile?
yeah.
Nah, you don't go to Turks Dolo. Nah, I know better.
Off the roof, go to Turks Dolo.
You don't go to Turk Dolo, bro. That's the
The rules. I ain't know the rules,
yeah.
man.
You don't go to Turk Dolo unless you go into hedonism.
Oh no, damn, they got that down there. No, I ain't about to do that. Mm,
I don't know if they got the hedonism in Turks. I ain't gonna lie, but you
they got
don't go to Turk Dolo. You go to the DR Dolo, Jamaica, the Virgins, Bahamas. Yeah, but Turks, nah,
drink
nigga, you
Dolo.
ain't going Dolo.
Okay.
Yo, man, all I'm saying is I gotta approve of her, son. So you know what I mean?
Okay.
I ain't letting you like make the same mistake you did last time, nigga. You need another help vetting and shit like that. You
You
know what I'm
going to
saying?
Grand Turk Island?
And she better speak English.
Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, Grant. It's nothing. You got to take somebody. All they got is a couple of donkeys, some salt flats, a decent beach.
Everybody keeps talking the water. The water's clear, man. And they keep talking about all this damn these shipwrecks or whatever. I don't know how you call something a shipwreck and that shit on top of the water, but yeah.
Yeah, you can see them. You can see that shit in St. Martin too. When they first had a hurricane,
Oh,
just be
work.
all over the place. But yeah, you definitely that clear water is for some huggy bitch shit. Okay, hey Aaron, he growing up, man.
I see. Shit. The next stop, Monaco. Shit.
My jersey still on, baby. It ain't hanging up in the rafter no time soon.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
just stay away from that Cancun shit.
You got a t-shirt jersey on though. You getting old, Playboy. Aaron, what's goody? How was your weekend?
All right, man. Got a chance to pay it back to the old man. Your dad into stereo equipment and all that?
No.
No? All right. So, well, you know how to hook shit up. When I was a kid, I remember it was like confusing as hell. The
Mm-hmm.
stereo equipment. You know what I mean? You had a rack system and you got all
Red,
these
white.
buttons to make it come on in this room, coming from the CD, all this. Growing and now the tables turn. I'm trying to set they upgraded their Wi-Fi and it's like all throughout the house. You know, it's like some high-tech shit. And my dad's looking at me, what the fuck is this? So you sound like me 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm a regular dude, man.
Man, yo,
Hey,
man, you and Joe gonna have to have a one-on-one, son.
I'm a regular dude, man. Hey, listen, I don't want no problems with fucking nerdy Spice Adams, man. I don't want no smoke with Joe, man. I don't want no smoke. Joel ain't got no neck. No neck niggas be strong. So it's like I might be able to get with Joel from a distance. Joel grab my ass, it's gonna be a long day. So I ain't got time to talk with Joel. Shout out to Joel, man.
Shout out to Joe, man. Damn, son. Speaking of Joe, man.
You say it's gonna be his
Damn.
birthday while we up there, right?
Yeah, man. He
Joe,
busy.
Joe, your age. A
Yeah.
little young.
No, Joe 40.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, we
You know,
outside, man.
both of y'all need to be Gerald Levert impersonators on the weekend. I mean, you know, his head just a little more square than yours.
Are you
Your,
fucking
your,
are you
your,
serious?
your beard, nigga. Come on.
Come on, what?
If you ever walked around, motherfucker, Eddie Levert, nigga, he gonna drop out in tears. Oh, he back. Stop.
Oh, he back.
Yeah, he came back. Oh shit.
Oh, fuck out of here, son. Damn, man, that's crazy, man. I don't know, man. I think I'm prettier than Joe, man. You know, but it is what it is, man. Salute to Gerald Revert, man. Revert is crazy. Yo, man. So what y'all got, man? You know what I'm saying? Usually, I do all the work and shit, but I've been traveling. So y'all niggas had to work today. What y'all think, man? What's pop? Let me see what's up to the chat, man. Give y'all time to prepare. Like, oh shit, who that? Aaron prepared? Who shared that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Aaron. I ain't sharing nothing.
Wait, you saying that's who I look like? Yo, man. Fishing, what's popping? Hood things in the building. DJ Smoke, what up? E Dub, what up? Rock Solid in the building. Salute, my G Majesty in the building. What's popping? Good to see you. Ninja Cool in the building. Hit the like button, man. Mel, you already know what's goody. Like, share, subscribe, man. Tell a friend. Aaron Rand, Shalom, James, what up? Almond in the building. What's popping? Little Rock, we see you. Salute. Hit the like button. Rebecca, what's goody? Audie in the building was shaking. Nightbot behaving. That's always good. Joel, what up, sis? Leon in the building. Salute Rashada, we see you. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, man. Salute to Miss Jilly. Make sure y'all say what's up to Miss Jilly in the chat. Callie was popping. Callie putting it work. Lee was goody. He said, all praises to God. Thank you for another Monday. That's a fact, though. Hit the like button, man. No chaser was goody, my boy. Impress putting in work. That's always good. Mrs. Locks, what's up? It's been a couple of days, man. Putting in work. We appreciate you. Is that Queen T? I think so. Queen T was popping. Salute. I meant Jackson. Jackson, yeah. Joe, what up? Salute. The game is the game. We see you, man. Hope all is well. Hope everything's everything. Lex was popping. Hit the like button, homeboy. Shalom. Strada, what up? SPS Podcast in the building. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe, man. Bravo Tech in the building. Salute. I see you in a couple hours. You already down here? Let me know. Random Chat Ninja was goody. Hit the like button, man. We in Mississippi today, man. Quincy was popping. Mufasa was good. Bravo Tech in the building with a 20 ball says Henny, man. See, Bravo Tech, yo, the OGs, they still love Henny, son. I don't like it no more like that. I mean, I'll drink it if they know it's not like 17, but I
Always
can't.
been trash. Henny's always been fucking trash, bro. Can't stand that shit. And you, New York, Connecticut, Jersey, Philly niggas. Oh my god, man. Jeez, that's all y'all talk about. Henny this, Henny that, Henny things possible. That shit is trash.
Didn't fit. Nah, Henny it's a last resort for me. You know what I
You
mean?
know what's crazy? You got the
Hmm.
thing right, bro. I had no idea. Like now, Aaron can have that scotch. Scotch tastes like motherfucking band-aids and scabs. That shit is horrible. I don't like that shit either. Right?
Not
That
good.
whole that smoke shit and what y'all call it, horrible. Right? But bourbon though, bro, good bourbon, bruh, that shit is delicious and
I
it's
don't like bourbon.
strong. I love it. I love that shit.
You drink like what, like the Uncle Nearest?
No, well, not Uncle Nearest. It's just this little book. It's like this thing called Little Book, and they put out batches of it. They put like batches of it. That shit's good, bro. Really good.
Yeah, I like cognac the most. So the Henny, but 1738 is my favorite. Angel
And
was good.
I got a bottle of fucking Douce I don't have for like 2 years, bro. I just don't. I'm not a big cognac guy. I don't think. But no, I'll take it back. I lied. Not 1738, but the other one. What's the one? The Tercet. Tercet, good as a motherfucker too.
Tercet, you like Tercet?
Oh hell yeah,
Yo,
that's
try cognac with the sugar free Red Bull
okay.
when you get a chance. Specifically the sugar free though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's pretty good. Angel was good. Unk man, what up? CC in the building. Salute. Black America was goody. Don't you? They ain't gonna have to kick me out. I'm gonna tell you that now. I will oblige. You heard? No big deal. You know what I'm saying? Expat was popping. Tequila was popping. Ain't seen you in a minute. Jay Miller, what up though? Zeke in the building. Salute my G. Get the one. This might be risky membership. Salute to Ezekiel Israel in the building, man. We had a dope build session in the Discord, man. If y'all not busy on Sundays at 12 p.m. Central, come through, man. We had a Bible study, but it's a motherfucking Bible study. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to participate, give your 2 cents. It's a conversation. So 12 p.m. Central on Sundays, man. Salute to Zeke, man. Shirelli was popping, man. We'll be on and popping tomorrow. Oh, I gotta, man, Mr. Fantastic, make sure I don't forget to hit you. Pause. After this, I've been forgetting.
Okay.
Truth was good, my boy. The Majesty Strata. Okay, I got Strata. Hamp Gooden Jr. is diabolical, son. D Town, what up, kid? Good to see you. You know what I mean? Ansel was popping. Ansel was popping. Friendsgiving in the building. Salute, salute, salute. My brother Kurt was good. Herlandy was good. Hit the like button, man. We about to get it popping. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me
What?
see. Did I miss anybody? What?
Damn, they say Theo died, man. How the
Theo
hell he died?
Huxtable?
Yeah.
Fuck Theo died.
Yeah, goddamn.
Was Theo messing with the trannies? Is
No, no,
that
no. That's
Theo?
Eddie. That's Eddie. That was
Oh, that's
Eddie.
Eddie. That's Eddie. Yeah, okay. 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 That's Eddie, man. Damn. God bless the dead, Theo. Melly Mel was good, my boy. And rest in peace to Theo Huck. What's his name?
Yeah, Theo
Malcolm.
Huxtable. Oh, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yeah, they just saying. I'm looking at it right now, man. Damn, he was 54,
What he
dog.
what he died from?
Let's see. The actor was in Costa Rica and drowned. Damn, bro.
God damn.
You know what's another? So you
What
remember
up,
City
John?
High?
Sunshine, what up, huh?
You remember City High?
Yeah.
That dude died. And what's so crazy? He made a tweet about getting a life insurance policy, and the nigga died like 5 or 6 days later.
The rapping one?
I guess I don't know. Yeah, he had a rapping one because the dark skin one was the singer, so he had a rapping one.
Damn. He drowned.
How the
Malcolm
fuck did he
Malcolm
drown?
Jamal Warner drowned, and now I don't know how the other dude died. The City High guy died. I don't know how he died.
Damn, Sean. God bless the dead, man. Y'all, yo, we gotta get rid of that stereotype. We can't swim, motherfucker. We need to start swimming. Can y'all swim?
What? I'm an
I know you
amphibian.
can swim. Mr. Fantastic, I would assume you could swim being in the Navy.
Yeah, you gotta fucking be able to swim, motherfucker. You'll be a damn fool to be on a
Put
big
a
ass
one.
piece of and not know what to do. The motherfucker go down.
Damn. Put a one in the chat if you could swim, bro. Dollar Watch was probably. Yo, put a one in the chat if you could swim, man. You gotta be able to swim.
Yeah, hey man, you're immature and irresponsible if you're a grown ass person. You can't swim at this point. Goddamn.
Yeah, man. I could swim. Damn, son. Mm. Mm. God bless the dead, bro. 54 years old. Man, natural causes that. I'd have been like, damn, that's young. But yeah, no, I ain't saying swim to save nobody now. It's hard to save somebody if they drowning.
We ain't talking lifeguard or motherfucking Michael Phelps. We just saying like, hey, you good. Your ass fall in the water. You ain't, you know what I mean? You ain't going to see Uncle Charles in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it's trying to save, nah. So that nigga drown you.
Yeah, nah, yeah, that's definitely a thing. That's definitely
You know what I'm
different.
saying? But yeah, my kids, they all go to swim class and shit, man. It's an important skill, man. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, man. Salute to the 170 people in the building. Let me just make sure that we got the YouTube set up correctly and we get it popping, man. Let's go ahead and get it popping, man. Where should we start, fellas?
Um, your boy Shannon, man,
Shannon
Shay.
Sharpe settles
Oh
for
boy.
$10 million of a $50 million lawsuit brought against him by an ex OnlyFans girl.
So
She's
they
officially been
brought
retired.
they divulged the number?
10 million is what I got moments ago from the Breakfast Club.
$10 million, which is what he offered initially.
Yeah, it's what he originally offered. But they said it
So
hasn't
what
been
it,
publicly disclosed, but pretty much what he said he was gonna give before.
okay, so it landed in the same spot.
Yeah.
What does
The,
that
the
mean?
original,
Anything, or is that just
the
Nah,
whatever?
original offer 50.
a lot of people were saying that, if you're innocent, you never you never settle, you never pay the thing. But again, I think people are speaking from a position of not understanding. You know what I mean? If you got the money to make it go away, it's a lot easier to do that. We've seen that with a lot of people. Deshaun Watson, Kobe, there's a couple of other people you can name, right? But my thing is, if it's criminal, I would say it's more so on the accuser, that if you really want justice, justice can't be bought, right? So
Hmm.
that's the way I lean into it, and especially like I say, when there's some things with consent and there's been agreement, right? Like the Deshaun Watson situation, and the one girl came forward, and then all the fucking massagers came forward after the one made an accusation, and now all of a sudden he's this super duper, predator.
Yeah. Yeah.
When bitch, you it was a Craigslist ad, bitch. All right, your ass ain't got no real massage licenses. You can't go get no job at Massage Envy. You can't. You know what I'm saying, motherfucker?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
show up with a bottle of Jergens and some lingerie on. You know what the fuck that shit was.
So when you look at Shannon, do you look at him differently because of this?
I don't.
No. I kind of always felt it was in him, and just never capitalized on the thought. But it doesn't surprise me, I guess is what I'm saying.
Shit,
That
listen. Shannon lets you know he was a trick. Shannon said he paid for his old lady divorce that he didn't even end up being with. Y'all remember that shit? Shannon
What?
paid.
Mhm.
Shannon was fucking with some chick, right? She was still married, but separated, of course. And to hurry up and expedite the situation, she paid for the ladies, like, you know, defense and all the other stuff, so she can hurry up and get the divorce. And he didn't even end up with the bitch. So Shannon's a trick, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of old niggas are tricks.
Didn't he get caught fucking on a live, like Instagram or Twitter or some shit?
Well, not the sound. So that was he mistakenly hit the fucking live Instagram button, flew Michelle, all this other shit.
That's crazy work. What are you doing, man? Like that kind of action right there just tells me all I need to know.
So him being a trick, yeah, like you said, I don't get surprised by the old niggas that's tricking and all that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because they're the same happy wife, happy life niggas.
yeah, exactly.
So I'm not surprised by that shit at all. I'm just saying what he was doing with the little white girl. Like, do y'all think that shit is off? Like with the cosplaying he was doing with the I'm gonna do this, that, and or do you think like because that's what it seemed like, almost like a skit when they was going through that shit, or when she was talking on the phone to him and all that other shit.
Hell, I think we the rules done changed, man. Niggas doing a whole lot of white people shit, bro. Niggas doing a whole lot of white people shit, from sex to drugs to everything. Niggas doing mushrooms, hemp.
Yeah, yo, that shit is weird to me. But niggas,
Niggas,
yo, what was
go ahead, my bad.
nah? I'm just saying, nah, niggas doing shrooms is I never seen that in like in such volume.
I'm telling exactly. That's what I'm telling. Niggas have switched like the moral code and the rules over to like more white people shit, like the swinger parties and shit. Hell, it's whole black swinger clubs. That used to be a white boy thing, and niggas is taking a old lady. Remember the dude? What's his name? I think Dale, his homeboy. He died. Told a story about how the dude, you know, he took his old lady to the swinger club, and then of course, you know, Buddy, you know, was ramming and jamming, and
Hmm.
he had to stand back and watch in awe and disappointment and all the emotions. Niggas
Yeah,
is niggas done shifted a whole lot to the other side, man. Cause it just used to be shit
what's
that, like, you know, we did not participate in.
what's up with niggas?
I don't know. That's what it's to me. I just thought the nigga rule book done been rewritten, or it's a new edition that we didn't get after, like, because you know all this shit, man. It's weird.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Like even like the little, I mean, drug use ain't new, right? But the like the boy who overdosed trying to take all his pills. What's that boy
Uh,
name? The
yeah,
rapper, Juice
not
World.
huh?
Juice World.
Yeah, Juice World. Yeah, he swapped. Well, not yeah. He was trying to do that to not get caught like an idiot.
Yeah. But
Nigga,
just popping that many pills like that, and then what's the other boy? The Flex song, live this here lifestyle. What's that nigga name? Um, um,
yeah. Hold on. Fuck, Rich
Rich
homie.
Homie. Yeah, yo, just like you know, what I'm saying that obviously this ain't the first time niggas been overdosing, right? But everything's so
Yeah, but
televised now.
you ain't never been one overdosing weed in life. And I think that's what it was. You feel me? That was niggas thing. That was niggas brand. You know, smoke weed. You tell a motherfucker you ain't smoke weed, nigga. What?
Hmm.
You like, hold on. Who what? Bro, you know, bro, I ain't never smoked weed a day in my life, bro. And motherfuckers, you lying. No,
Hmm.
motherfucker, I'm not lying. I never smoked weed.
Yeah, not real
I
shit.
done
I'm
tried
telling you.
me. I done tried me eventually an edible. Nah, I had an edible now, but
Well, you've been
So
high out your mind then.
no, you know what? No, Aaron, it really what Aaron is me defining it or me describing it to me, I don't get it, man. I'm just not. I'm not even. I guess either my metabolism or just like how my body chemistry is. I really can't get high, bro. I never been high off of medicine. People like to all. If the medicine worked good for me, I go to sleep. That's it. I don't feel no euphoria, none of this shit. And when I did the edible shit, I felt like a little lightheaded, but I wasn't super duper happy. And again, I got sleepy. It took my ass to sleep. It was like being drunk weird. It was like being a weird drunk. And it's like, I don't really like being drunk. So yeah, man, I'm not, it's just not for me.
So Shannon Sharpe, do you think he had to settle this case, and do you think settling is an admission of guilt, society wise?
If the man is a seller, they're automatically going to assume guilt, right? Because it's a man, and it's especially if it's anything sexual. So society's going to assume that it's guilt. Like I said, I don't believe it's an assumption of an admission of guilt. I just believe that you have enough money, you have enough resources to make it go away, because you have other things that it could hinder from a social image situation. And from what we're understood, this was the original deal. You know what I'm saying? That was the original deal anyway. So she had made the threat, so she had made whatever she was gonna make, and they were trying to settle this privately. But I guess the news came out about him getting what I think it was 150 mil or however, what I'm saying, the contract he's supposed to allegedly be getting. And then of course, she saw dollar signs and then took it public and upped the whole situation. But ultimately, hold on. So we had one thing. Hold on. The biggest thing is the bitch admitted the relationship was consensual. She came out and gave an official statement saying it was fucking official, and it was dismissed with prejudice, knowingly that shit can never be tried again. So that's my thing. It was a shakedown, like he said. And I think what happened was, hey, I'm willing to give you 10, but bitch, I'm not going to give you 50, right? And she ended up getting what she was going to get from jump.
So what it looks like is, so when I was looking at his podcast, right, he no longer has the Boost Mobile shit behind him, right? He hasn't, like, even the commercial about the dick pill he had isn't scrolling anymore when you watch the show. So it sounds like he lost those endorsements and things of that nature. So the damage seems to be done. What else? Maybe she had more shit to release. But if she's sitting here saying it's consensual, why settle? Unless she got some wild shit to release, essentially. You see what I mean? Right? Because he already got hit. So that makes me think that maybe there is something that he has to hide or keep under wraps that we would see him as guilty for, as opposed to just being a freaky ass nigga. For him to settle for 10 million if you already lost these endorsements and shit.
It could be some Diddy shit, though. You don't want that. You don't want those. You don't want those rumors to be founded true, right? You definitely don't want those. those Shay rumors to be found. So it could be some shit like that, man. I don't know, but
oh, like the gay shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we think the chances of him picking up new endorsements are?
Oh, very good.
Okay.
Very good. Yeah. So I think after losing the endorsements, he's probably just interested in getting back out on the street and drumming up some business. You know what I mean? Which is very, 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 very difficult to do if you're tied up in litigation. You know what I mean? Because no one knows which ways the pendulum's going to swing. You know what I mean? Your name is, but now it's one and done. It's finite. It's over with. Let me get back out here and see what kind of money I can make.
Okay. And I think her saying it's consensual, but settling to get it over with allows potential endorsements to come in sooner. So if he's weighing out potential endorsements, I'm sure people are still talking. Say, hey, you get this over with, boom, you get this for you. For all we know, potential endorsements could cover that 10 million.
Exactly what I was thinking.
As opposed to dragging it out. And
it's nothing. Like I say, he had 150 mil on the thing. So that's what. That's not even 10%. That's like 7.5%, 7.5%, right? So that's not. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's he paying the legal team to keep that thing going on? Even that.
That's right. That's what I was saying, Aaron. I was about to get to that. Great mind.
You got it.
Beat me to it. I think, like you said, once everything was said and done, had the trial been dragged out and all this stuff and la la la, and of course, you know how hard it is. And then even taking shit like this to trial, a lot of these women, man, making these claims. Y'all saw what just happened to the NBA boy, right? Then got 8 years. You covered it, hemp, right? Over, so it's so easy for a woman to withdraw that consent after the fact. But I think the biggest thing is she put out an official statement saying that it was consensual. So now that she put out an official statement that it was consensual, you can't hold it against me as like I'm a predator or none of this shit. Now, the other side of that is everybody just jumping over this bitch is a lying bitch. I don't give a fuck if it's if that was the case, you didn't have to give the fucking official statement, but she agreed to it because we know that's the deal. Like you said, this girl 25-year-old with $10 million. She ain't never did shit in her life. Now she's set for life. You feel me?
Yo, break down this. And when we're saying he had to settle it, right, the case and etc., because you're looking at the pros and outweighing the cons. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all see her as a victim. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all see her as a victim in this circumstance, in this situation. Put a 1 in the chat if you see her as a victim. I just want to see something. Put a 2 if you do not. Snatching consent after the fact. That shit is like, what does that even look like?
That's the now and the future, hemp. That's women can do that shit, man, and that's what a lot of people that we talking about. Oh, y'all hate women, y'all just. No, it's not that you hate women, man. Is that the women have literally changed this shit, and then society automatically believe all women. No woman lies. Even when you got Brian Banks, when you got hemp. What's the boy name? I just seen him do a thing. He said, I think he went to some school in Texas. Football player, big nigga.
Which one?
I don't know his name.
He looked like Baylor?
Yeah, Baylor. There we go. Yeah. He just beat his case. And for fuck his whole career up, everything.
Yeah.
And people, nobody cares about that shit, man.
And he looked crazy. You ever see the picture of him standing there?
Yeah, the dick. Because everybody's like, yo, what happened to him? And then now we know what happened to him. That nigga was a real life motherfucking nigga, action figure type shit. That nigga was scary, bro.
He been fighting that case for what? Like he been fighting that case forever.
Forever, bro. Yeah, for a long time.
What's his name?
Hold on, let me see. I'll look it up. Get his name. Somebody.
Oakman. Sean Oakman.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sean Oakman. You never seen this picture, Aaron, of him? Oh, let me see if we can find this shit.
I got it right here. I'll pull it up.
This shit, that nigga look
Yeah, I'm looking
crazy.
At it now. Yeah,
look crazy standing. Now, there's a interesting question. Salute to man, hold on. A couple people said it. He pay her. Does that put her on the side as the victim?
Nah, I still don't. Had she did it and she hadn't said that it was consensual, I might, agree. I might think that. Mm-hmm. But nah, when she put out an official statement saying it was consensual, pretty much, she had to pay for the fact that she lied on the man. That takes away all, chances of her being a victim to me.
Okay. And that's the thing. So, like, the money, the civil suit means what exactly? Right? Because obviously it's not a criminal lawsuit. So so if he got convicted of a criminal crime, would she be more of a victim?
Well, yeah, of course. If it was criminal, we have a lot more credence, right? But being that I think she never even went the criminal route, it was all civil. You feel me? So that's how I'm looking at it too. If you go the criminal route and then a settlement is made in order to settle the criminal, yeah, it could have been some guilt there, and you don't want to, you didn't. But like this was totally civil. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
When they go for Okay, sorry.
No, I'm saying anytime
Good.
somebody goes for civil without going criminal tells me it's a money grab. Because even if you go criminal, you can get paid damages.
Mm.
So money can
So,
come your way. You know what I mean? Come on.
do you blame him for this happening?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you blame him for this happening to him?
I do.
Uh, I, that's again. I don't blame him because, like I said, this is Shannon Skilo, right? This is Mo. This is how I get down. Hey, find a young girl, pay for some shit. You fucking with her. That's your little sugar baby or whatever. La la la. That's the deal, right? And whatever type of sexual activity y'all had going on, BDSM shit or whatever, that was agreed to. Now, what fucks me up is when we say it's the man's fault. When again, the man never knows the outcome. You know, I can be dealing with any female today, right? And all my shit's consensual, right? We, time we on the motherfucking, 30th round, and then tomorrow she come out and say, "Oh, he took it." Bitch, what you mean you took it? You see what I'm saying? I can't control that. Simply over me saying, "Well, hey, you know what? I'm moving on. This doesn't fit me anymore," or anything, right? Her feelings could be hurt, or some other shit. She feels some type of way. And that's why I say you can't ever blame the man in this situation to where it started out consensual. As long as it's consensual, I don't see you being able to blame the man because the woman holds all the fucking leverage and makes all the decisions because she can withdraw her consent at any time.
Hmm.
That's
And
why I blame him for not coming up with all kinds of contracts, NDAs, and agreements and shit like that. Man, she would be swimming so deep in legal paperwork with her signature on it and she'd drown in it. That's
Well,
exactly
now that
why,
part,
because
now
she
that
holds the
part, I
leverage. You should
agree,
know
Aaron.
that,
So
huh?
from the legal aspect and the legal protection, Aaron is 10,000% right.
Mhm.
Now, if that's gonna be the case, and there was no NDA set up and all this other shit and so on and so forth, and you just out here with that type of money, with that much at risk, and you paying for these holes, and you don't got nothing set up in paperwork, Aaron's 1,000% correct.
Even a marriage contract is the only way you're going to kill all that other shit. But that's a contract right there. You know what I mean? When you got that kind of money, you can't look. When the shit gets goofy or sexual or private or intimate, you gotta have all kinds of firewalls up to protect yourself.
so it's interesting. I just want to see something, right? Because what I learned happened, like we go through different things, and then when we drop the link, people will be focused on the last topic, right? I wonder, does anybody want to come up and converse about this? Because there's a few different viewpoints, and then we got to get to that other thing for sure. You know, um, uh, so even married, right? You can rape your spouse also. So is there a like, because if somebody can just snatch consent and say they didn't consent at any point in time after the fact, we literally saw with the two boys from Ohio State. They had the girl on camera saying, "I consent to have sex with these two men," and then she woke up the next morning and snatched consent. They were exonerated, but they never played at Ohio State again. One was a sophomore. I think one was a redshirt freshman, one was a sophomore, and they were both getting on the field. And at Ohio State, if you get on the field, you got to be some type of good to get on the field at Ohio State, especially as a younger player. And they both beat the cases, but they don't play football anymore.
Getting on the field in
So their
Ohio
life is
State.
their life is forever altered, forever changed. So is it like literally have sex only in a relationship? Does that give it credence?
No, because
Like,
like you said, a wife can do the same exact shit, and we've seen it happen. When once everything, well, he financially abused me, he emotionally abused me, he sexually abused me, right? He forced me to have sex, or he now hell they say coercion. So they say coercing or convincing a woman to engage in sex. They say that's which is like damn. So
Yeah.
when you cover it that fucking broad and wide, and like there's no way where a man can't be a fucking predator or doesn't have the opportunity of being one. You see what I'm saying? Because we've allowed society and women to push this narrative that everything a man does sexually is predatory. Mind you, though, everybody is avoiding and nobody's talking about the uprise in these fucking teachers, female teachers, you know what I'm saying, molesting these children, their students. Nobody's talking about that shit.
Mm. Whew. Man, it is tough. Like Shannon doing some weird shit for sure. Um, and that's the other conversation, right? She young, you older. You don't get picked. Niggas ain't giving you no pass, no picks, because there's a segment of people. I don't know if it's how many though. Think that you are taking advantage if she's younger,
Which,
especially if she's in her like early to mid 20s, and
which is
you upwards of 10 years older and all that. People,
yeah,
there's a segment of people that see that as you taking advantage. So when people are looking and assessing these type of cases, they see a 56-year-old man and a 21-year-old girl. There's no way she's not being manipulated. That's the thought process.
yeah, and that's cap though. But we know that, like I said, women use sex to their advantage to, you know, older men and enjoy the lifestyle as long as they enjoy it. Everybody like what's his name? What's the white boy name? Leo DiCaprio, right? Leo DiCaprio, everybody knows like the worst kept secret is he don't fuck with bitches over 25 for the most part. All right, baby, you know 18 and 25, you good. Your 25th birthday and the day after, hey, I got to get a new one. Got to replace you. But of course, like you said, I think it heightens with us, with black people, for whatever reason. I don't know. But yeah, as long as it's good, you know, the woman's benefiting, everybody's cool with it. But as soon as she cries wolf or says anything negative, oh, that man, you know, he's at fault. He should have never been dealing with it in the first place.
Hmm. So, so what do you do? So I understand your sentiment. Does the majority of the world agree with you? Do they agree? Does the majority of the world agree with Leonardo DiCaprio,
As
or
far as
does
what?
like he recycling them at 25, or does the majority of the world think that he's a weirdo?
No, the majority of the world definitely would claim him to be a weirdo, right? They would definitely
Hmm.
say he's a weirdo.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I think because he's Leo DiCaprio, right, and that's how he's been carrying it.
yeah.
Most people just leave it as what it is.
Check, check. Hmm. No, I got you. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we didn't speed past this segment because I just wanted to make sure anybody who had an opinion on this one specifically got in. You know what I'm saying? Taz, what's popping, my G?
What's what y'all man? What's good?
What
Nothing,
up?
man. Getting old, man. Ain't nothing to it. How about yourself?
Yeah, I know too, bro. So
Check.
yeah, that's all of it. Fantastic up here looking old, the motherfucker nigga. You look super old, nigga. You got the gray beard cracking down. I remember the young Fantastic. Nigga. You was young back then, and you old man status now, bro. But now I came to push back a little bit though, man, because this my issue with this shit though, bro. I feel like we are making the argument based on what's actually happening. He's got to fight for himself, bro. I don't think you get to pay somebody and then we on the outside say, yeah, he was innocent, or this is women doing that. When do men have to say, bro, I ain't do that? I'm not only did I not do it, I'm not gonna pay this lying ass white woman and give her the benefit of leaving this moment and saying I did it. I ain't do it. I ain't paying. Let's get it. Let's take it to trial. But this ain't even a criminal case. This is money. You know what I'm saying? So at best, the worst you can do is make me end up paying. Why not fight for your name? Why not fight for, you know what I'm saying, what we call in masculinity and manhood? I didn't do that shit, fam. And I'm
Mhm.
not going.
Damn.
I think it's at a certain point on the tax bracket, morals start to really go out the window. I agree with you. First, let me open with that. I agree with you 100%. But I think once you put enough zeros behind that
Mm.
dollar sign, morals and stuff start to go out the window, and really it's just an opportunity to add another
Aaron,
zero.
Aaron, well, how you agree with him if you making a case for the reason in which why it was paid?
No, I'm saying I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it.
Why though? See, because Taz, he knows. See, I guess my cause for pause is Taz also knows how much money Shannon Sharpe making. He don't give a fuck about the tax bracket, the money, right, Taz? You saying as a man, I'm not guilty. My tax
Yeah, I
bracket
ain't do that shit.
don't yeah,
Right.
my tax bracket don't determine my manhood or nothing. I'm gonna fight
Agree.
because this is what I'm supposed to do if I didn't do this such a thing.
And I agree. 100. That's the camp I'm in. I'm just saying that I know the potential answer to the question why. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not justifying it. I'm just. I mean, money. When I said money changes people, it doesn't. It exposes people.
Okay.
And I think he's just been exposed by the money. It's the things that people are willing to do. There's some goofy shit.
Okay. So Taz, what do
Sell
you
your
say?
soul, essentially.
So Taz, what do you say to the generic retort essentially that Aaron just gave? Okay, hey, you on mute.
Shit. So if we willing to sacrifice our integrity, let's just be honest about it, because that's what we're doing. We can't turn around and then say women and the system and blah blah. We're sacrificing our integrity every time we turn this into something other than what it is. If she lied on me, she lied. And I don't believe you can pay your way into or out of that. I want my integrity intact. I ain't do it, and I want that to be understood. If it means going to trial, whatever. Because I feel like whatever you lose out on, you can get back once you got your integrity back. In if you pay this woman who's lying on you, yes, fam, we have to question if you were guilty or not. That is why your integrity is not questioned, only because you paid it and said you was innocent. If you innocent, then she don't deserve shit. Let's really stand on that. We tired of women getting over. We tired of women being able to use the system. Yeah, let's stand on it by saying I ain't do that. So now let's prove it.
Yeah, so the thing here is the most important aspect of it, especially nowadays, right? We see what happened to Tory Lanez, despite resounding evidence that he didn't shoot somebody. A woman getting on the stage crying and saying that you did something to her. A jury of people, American citizens at this point, are going to find you guilty. Okay. Now, luckily for him in this situation, it will only be monetary in the first place. Right now, I'm pretty sure if you had to gamble between losing 50 M's or the 10 M's you had already agreed to for whatever reason, because remember this is they pretty much resorted back to the amount that it was. Hey, I'll pay you to go away. That's what this is. And then the fact of the matter, like I said, he has been exonerated. She admitted she lied because she put out an official statement saying, hey, everything was consensual. Had that not been the case, she could have definitely just took the money in the settlement and said, hey, well, no, I'm not going to put an official statement out saying that nothing was consensual. I'm just going to take your money. That's the deal we offering, right? So I think when he weighed everything on the scale and you had to see that the outcome could be not only now did you lose 50 M's, you lost 50 M's and you lost the case. And that's going to harm you from endorsements, from everything, because now you're guilty by 12 strangers of sexually violating this woman, even though it's not criminal.
But why are we assuming that he would lose? I'm saying, because again, I'm not here to say the system is fair at all times and whatnot. But if I ain't do it, I ain't do it, and that is the paramount point that we're going to lead with. So I'm not putting you on just because you think you can extort me. I do think there's a point where we have to say we're standing on our integrity. I ain't do that. And paying you is going to put you in play to now go out here and write books and interviews and all this other stuff. And I'm not a believer of even the statement that comes out of a settlement because you're going to pay. So don't say, yeah, it was consensual as part of the settlement, because they know you settled. It's over. You've conceded that something was there. Now, the what was there is the question. So if we're going to sit here and say nothing was there, I think we're being dishonest. It was something there or you wouldn't have paid. You shouldn't have paid if nothing was there.
Yo,
no.
Mr.
Oh, go ahead.
Fantastic. Before you reply, because I'm listening to Taz and I'm thinking the manipulation will continue if they know that you're gonna settle. So the next man is no better off if Shannon settles after it's a consensual relationship. How do you effectuate change if people continue to acquiesce? They're gonna keep on making false allegations if they know everybody's just gonna settle sooner or later or ASAP. That's what I hear when I hear Taz talking.
Yeah, but I think that happens regardless. We just brought up the case of the Oakman guy, right? So women are
Mhm.
gonna nothing's gonna ever stop women from making false claims against men, especially when there's money involved or any possible monetary gain. So
Okay.
even if Shannon was the one person that stood up,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I think it would take the next 1,000 cases, and I'm not even being hyperbolic. I'm being serious. It would take the next 1,000 instances of a celebrity individual or impactful male being accused of doing something and him saying, "No, we taking this shit to trial." But in taking that shit to trial, I would say you have to have at least 60% of those cases, more than half of them, to where the men were found not guilty. You see what I'm saying? So again, I think this is something to where shout out to Aaron, where he was saying this is a tax bracket check and balance. It's a gamble. And if you got if I can pay 10 mil to still make 150, fuck it. I agree with everything about the integrity. You may lose some integrity and all this other shit and so on and so forth, but a lot of motherfuckers being rich with no integrity, hey, most motherfuckers will choose that, bro.
But like you mentioned, Tory Lanez, for example. Tory Lanez, I think, would work to my example better because he didn't testify. Another man who took an L and didn't open his mouth and say, "I'm not guilty. I didn't do that." Have been the loudest voice for his freedom. Instead, he sat in silence. With that, you get the outcome you get, and we're not blaming that outcome on that man's silence. Fam, when are you going to come out and say, "I didn't do it"? Get up on the stand, testify, point the finger where they go instead of accepting it. That's the problem, bro. Like this some of this is that type of code where you don't tell everything. But if that's the case, then that's the case. And so if Shannon Sharpe, Tory Lanez, if they're not going to speak for themselves, I don't think we should speak for them. They taking L's by being quiet.
Well, no. Shannon Sharpe put out an immediate statement immediately. So Shannon Sharpe vehemently denied all the allegations. So that's not the same case between him and Tory. And again, I agree with you with the Tory situation. Tory fucked himself over because Tory, a Canadian nigga, was trying to hold to the American nigga street code for you know what I'm saying, over some shit to where he could have simply said, "Hey, I didn't shoot her, that bitch did." Okay. At the same time, the chicken or the egg argument is, would we ever have been there had the bitch that got shot never lied and said he shot her? So even in these cases, what I'm saying is the woman holds all of the leverage in these situations. A woman throwing an allegation out against a man, right? Anything. We know this shit, from fucking sexual impropriety to physical abuse. All this shit, a woman can fucking say this shit, and people are automatically gonna side with her. And if it's a black man, multiply that shit times infinity fold. All right, you're guilty until proven innocent as a black man if you are accused of any type of physical violence or sexual violence against women, and we know that. So if you got the authority or means in a way, right, to avoid all the bullshit and just make it go away, most niggas gonna pay bars.
But it ain't going away. That's what I'm saying. What you're calling going away, I'm calling being transferred to the man with the money. Because Shannon Sharpe is able to erase all of that. We ain't gonna be talking about him next week. But what will hear about is the data that these men did that. All of that data is still going to apply to people who can't make them cases go away. So although I do understand for him personally, there's a benefit in making it go away. For the rest of black men who have to deal with false allegations or any of that, they don't have a way to make it go away. So the assumption and presumption of guilt, a lot of it is going to go back to people like Shannon Sharpe who were able to cover it up, which gives the assumption that if you could cover it up, you would too. And you happen to be guilty while you're covering it up. I think that's what the problem is. I just think you have to put that as a greater conversation.
Yeah, yo, Taz, real shit. I think it's a poor disposition for men to have, right? I was even talking about You guys ever seen this movie Roman J. Esquire? Roman J. Israel Esquire. It's with Denzel Washington.
Oh, with
Played the
Denzel,
lawyer.
I didn't say when Denzel was the lawyer. I didn't see that one, but I
Yeah,
know
he
you're
was
talking
like
about.
autistic kind of, or he was on the spec. He had like a savant way about him, but he had like the awkwardness essentially. But
Yeah.
the premise of the movie, well, if y'all haven't seen it, but essentially the plea bargain system is the worst thing that happened to people without money, right? If you don't have the ability to pay to fight, oftentimes they plea you out into things that you may not be guilty of. But because you don't have the resources and you can't depend on public defenders, people will plea, right? Because of the funding or lack thereof, and they threaten you with huge numbers. Yo, you get 20 if you lose. But the other side is if I win, I go free, right? But the risk, they your own lawyers will put the risks in front of you, and they make the risk look like they outweigh the reward, you know. And we get into this mindset, just settle. They even have this thing called Alfred plea, where you don't agree with all the facts of your guilty plea. You can put the Alfred plea, right? But you still guilty, and you still you still get whatever you plead out for. This mindset also looks to me, and I'm gonna be done in a second. When men are going through divorce court, right? Taz, the same type of let her have it, let her do it, let her have. But that transfers into the shit that we want though. Let her have a house, let me keep the kid. That shit ain't gonna work like that. But we had this disposition to just give up this shit, you know. And I think that modus operandi keeps this type of shit alive and well. I ended there. Which I mean, that I'm just processing what
No,
all
I
brothers y'all
agree.
been saying.
I agree. That's kind of what I came up to just give a little pushback because I do somewhat agree with what they're saying too. It's better than look, 50 million. Let me get out of there and get back to my money. But I understand that point. But I'm saying there's a greater that affects more of us because Shannon Sharpe's on the radar, because Tory Lane's on the radar. I feel like we need them to speak up. We need them to say I'm innocent and then live out that experience.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. I think Taz is highlighting impact. So if I fight some shit, all right, cool, right? YouTube might know about it. You know what I mean? But if Shannon fights some shit or whatever the case is, the impact, because who the fuck thought Matt? And I don't know what Matt Lauer was doing, but Matt Lauer just went or walked off into the sunset. Some crazy shit that he was doing. They say he was locking the door when they walked in, all types of shit. We ain't heard from Matt Lauer since. But he's just gone. Like it seemed like Matt Lauer shit went away, even though he went away too. But we know about Shannon doing some wild shit already. The view of him is already skewed. Why not fight it? I guess just because of the money, essentially, like y'all laid out. Anything else?
Nah, you what? Nah, I just came to pop up for like to holler at y'all. My wife to sneak around here and see who all on the screen and almost got on video. Everybody tried to see you. But now I just popped out to holler for a second, man. Y'all have a good day, bro.
All right, Taz, be safe, bro. Good to see you, man. Damn, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I don't know. Is there anything else on there? Is there any other context people need? You know what I'm saying? To understand about this Shannon Sharpe shit. I think about Shannon Sharpe. I think about Tyler Perry with his gay self. Like, what do you do in these instances? Right? What's the right answer? You feel me? And I think just to be fair, it's easy to talk tough when you ain't in the middle of it. It's easy to talk that fight shit when you ain't the one that gotta fight. I say that.
Yeah, everybody Monday morning quarterback, as they say, right? Every nigga can tell you the play you should have made, so after the game is over. Again, I think this is just a thing to where if you could, you might. I'm not gonna say you would, but it would be a strong inkling that you could do. You would too, right? Like I said, if I got hundreds of millions of dollars in endorsement on the line for a fraction of that, less than 10% of that, right? And the chances of, and listen, what the council says, attorney-client privilege, right? Like you said, I'm with you. There was something that Shannon did not want to get out. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was unconsensual or whatever, but I think it was some details into whatever they had going on as to what that would have hurt his personal image. So that shit's worth the 10 million. That secret being kept and those, you know what I'm saying, that info not being disclosed, I think we're not considering that too when it comes into play of that was part of the payment. You feel me? Because he alluded to a video to where there's a snippet of whatever, so on and so forth. Because he said Busby hit him with whatever it was. So Busby hit him with the redacted, pointed, picked out version, and that nigga immediately like, hey, put the whole video out. Like, whoa, Shannon, now you on a fucking OnlyFans, nigga? What are we doing? now you a corn star, brother? You know what I'm saying? No, man. So I think you like you and Aaron both is a tax bracket issue, and hey, some shit you don't want the world to know, and weighing all of that, 10 million is she just lucked up and happened to be the person that was dealing with him, and played the situation the right way in her favor.
Yeah. Well, the mantra that there's some shit the world don't need to know is a function of upper echelon tax brackets. You think goofy shit doesn't go on in the stratosphere of income, the income bracket? It's insane.
Oh shit, my bad, Aaron. But remember the dude, the Coldplay nigga, the Coldplay white boy just got
right. There you go.
Yeah, the fucking the astronomer CEO. This motherfucker out and about, he caught, what I'm saying, in 4K. You feel me? So yeah, that's and that stuff like that, it plays and can weigh heavy in that echelon.
Like I said, money exposes, it reveals you. And I mean, in many people, I don't know what percentage, I would say minority, but not a vast minority. There's a debaucherous propensity in people. And when you get a lot of money, it's gonna you enable that shit. You're gonna find out who's who. Go ahead, what you say?
Hold on, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question. We was in the Discord. Let me ask y'all a question. Salute the truth. You got 3 people in the room, right? You one of the 3 people, each of y'all on your own circumstance. You got one nigga, he's proven to be a philanthropist. He gives back to the earth and all that. He got kids, wife, whole 9 yards, right? He's what most people would deem a good person, right? Foster kids, all that shit, right? You have another motherfucker in the room. He like a Bernie Madoff type, United Healthcare CEO type, right? That type of scumbag. You feel me? Enron type of scumbag, right? House and home and niggas don't give a fuck. It's either you gotta smoke yourself or one of them two.
I love me. Shit, I'm gonna go sit down and do them years.
Why can't I smoke them?
No. Somebody gotta get popped. Either you pop yourself or pop one of them. Only two to walk out.
Only one?
Hold up. Send them Uncle Charles or just anyway. Oh, it's still yeah. They gotta sit down, not me.
Who? Which one though?
Oh, out of the 2? So I heard the Bernie Madoff. Who's the other one? The philanthropist?
A good philanthropist, good guy.
Why would I pop the philanthropist?
Now, they both can make one offer. Bernie offer you 500 million. Let him get up out of there. The philanthropist just tell you he got kids to feed.
And I know the background. I know who they are, like the character.
Yeah, but the Bernie guy say, "Yo, I got 500 million for
you." So it's the same time. So like I'm on some contract killers type shit. I'm an assassin, and I got a contract on both of them, but I can only let one go.
Yeah.
And Hey, he got the 5. Hey, look, I can transfer it to you right now. Give me half now and half after.
He got it in cash.
Hit me with the 500 mil cash, the Brinks truck. I'm already a killer. Fuck it. Hey, I'm taking the money. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm taking, nigga. If I'm already doing this is my profession. I got to get something out of it. And they gave me the option choose one of the two. Fuck it. I'm retired. I'm sorry.
This philanthropist, he's legit. Like there's no crazy story hidden.
He proven. He a man just like everybody else.
No skeletons.
I mean, regular shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But nothing. Yeah.
Nah, nothing that you'd be like, oh, your philanthropy doesn't matter. He's a real proven. Whatever you see proven as.
And what's the total net worth of the Bernie Madoff character?
He giving you $500 million tax free.
I want to know what it's costing him to give me that.
What was the net worth of Bernie?
Okay, so it does drop in the bucket. The only way the Bernie Madoff guy is gonna live is if he gives up enough to be homeless. Like you gonna break it down. You gonna have to break it down to a 1-bedroom and a Camry, my man. I want it all.
He got $500 million for you.
You
don't get to take all. You don't get to say, yo, promise me you're gonna live in the Jets after when you get out of here. Yeah, that ain't guaranteed. You got $500 million on the table, and you got this good guy, so-called good guy, to your left.
No, because the good guy, he'll pay out when. I mean, if it's a philanthropist, he has enough money to. Like, what kind of money is he giving away?
None.
Listen, man.
No, as a philanthropist.
Oh, he just doing good. He's doing good work. He's a doer. He got foster kids. He got his own kids. He out in the street, giving back, pushing through, impactful shit, proven.
I would like to say Bernie Madoff is up out of here, but that's one of them situations where I can't really speak for sure unless I'm in it.
You know, it'd be like
Listen, man, the good guy gotta go. The good guy gotta go, and I'm gonna take care of the family, man. I give them a cool $100 million the next day. They don't know where it came from. They don't know what the fuck going on. But I gotta have that 500, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Would you let somebody off you for $100 million so your family be straight?
I mean, if I ain't had no choice in the matter.
Yeah, nigga, you say, yo, you got it. You got a choice.
If I ain't got no choice in the matter, like, hey, you know what I mean? Listen, hey, you got to go one day, and if I can go and leave my family $100 million, fuck it. You gonna take me out like that, bro? At least make it worth it.
$100 million enough.
I'm from Macon, Georgia, Aaron. I don't know about you, brother. $100 million is good enough for me and my fam, bro.
$100 million enough.
$100 million is enough, man. $100 million. Hey, you got to get me up out of here, bro. Hey, go ahead and boom.
When's the deed gonna be done? As soon as I make a decision?
Yeah.
Instantly. You know,
$100 million ain't enough.
So, oh God. So, Aaron, I don't know, Aaron. You got to be kind of like a sociopath a little bit, being a sniper and shit, right? But
psychopath, yeah.
A little bit of both, right? So, do y'all want to see it coming?
I don't give a fuck about any of that.
Huh?
I don't give a fuck about any of that.
You don't care about it at all? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's definitely psychopath. I don't know. That's a question. I don't think I want to see it coming, bro. I think just shoot me in the back of the head. Don't shoot me in the face.
I don't care.
I'm just asking because you say you're gonna get them $100 million. I just want to make sure you consistent with that $100 million.
Well, hey, listen. That if I had to go and it's them or whatever, hey, bro, I'll tell him straight up, hey, bro, I would say this on some G shit, fam. I already know how you gonna go, and if you choose that, just break my fam out, bro. I'm cool with it. I'll make my peace with God. I'm gonna end up where I end up, but I understand, fam. You know, of course I don't agree. I don't want to have to be the motherfucker you leave here, but I ain't got $500 million to offer you. Just make sure my family's straight. You feel me? Just make sure my family, bro. And hey, do your thing. Do what you gotta do, bro. I already know how it's gonna go. Hey, I could have been an asshole and just take the whole $500 million and you're dead. You feel me?
Stupid.
I'm being more than generous, okay? You're breaking the family off and making sure everybody good with $100 million.
Yo, man.
You wouldn't want it to be head on. What is this? Death by firearm?
Yeah, this we talk. Yeah.
You want to be in front of that.
Nah, I don't, man. I don't want to see it.
Okay. Well, think about it.
I think because then if you see it, it's like you expecting it, right? But you won't never know. It's like that. Your last thing is fear. You feel me? Because you whatever. Because you see it. If you don't see it, it's just it happened. You weren't even aware. Execution style, bow. Brain matter turns fucking jello. Over with.
OG Do Dirty was popping. You must settle. No, sir. Salute to the chat and the panel. Bravo Tech said, nah. But the 20 ball said, nah, I hate him. I just thought that was the drink Fantastic was trying to think of. By the way, I'm an hour out. Radar detector. No doubt, man. I'm here, man. I'm here sitting in the middle of nowhere, man. Salute the shop, man. Know what I'm saying?
Sends his regards.
Yeah. You know how I love money.
In the building, appreciate you. Aaron with the $2 says, what black men y'all think is next in their shaming ritual? Joe with the $5 says, men of all levels, from famous and athletic ability, income needing to be a lot more disciplined with whom they choose to deal with. Even the 9-to-5 dudes also. And with the $2 says, men too used to just letting the women have it. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Now, I didn't listen to this clip. I didn't hear it, I'm saying, in totality. I was reading the caption. What's up with your man, Joe? What was your man, Barack? What did he say exactly?
I got it. I'll pull it up.
I'm
We'll play the
trying.
clip.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I'm saying I'll pull the clip up.
Yeah, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Cause I was looking on, but I didn't have the volume on, right? And I think it was Brandon Jamal. Remember him, the single mom dude song? So yeah, I just was reading the caption, but it had a bunch of rainbows, and then I was looking at Chick Smooth. It had a bunch of rainbows. Yeah, this what I need, Miss Parker, because I'm trying to understand what he talking about. If he said what they said he said. But the killer said he lost his mind, though. So what's the context that's needed? Put a 1 in the chat if you voted for Obama. I just want to see something. Put a 1 in the chat if you voted for Barry, man. Put a 1 in the chat. I just want to see something. I ain't gonna say nothing to nobody. Now, Miss Parker said there's some context. I want to understand the context, man. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Yo, Beans, what's popping? You wanted to talk about the thing we were just talking about?
I'm here for whatever. It ain't time yet.
Well, cause I noticed, when we do the segments, right? The last segment will get lost in the first segment. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like we won't even talk about it. So I dropped the link. Salute to Taz. Taz came up because he had a little bit of pushback for that first segment. You know what I'm saying? But shit, you can chill. You ain't shit. Fuck it. So now, did you see the Obama thing?
I seen a clip. I don't know if it's I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was him and his wife, so I just seen a clip that was circulating. I'm not sure if it's the specific part that anybody else might be talking about. So I did see a clip though.
I didn't really see it. I saw it, but it wasn't. I didn't have the sound on, so it was kind of in a caption. So I'm trying to understand it. Waiting for Miss. You got it, Miss Fantastic. Well, Miss Parker, if you watched it, hit the link so you can edify us because we're gonna take what we take, pause from the clip, and we're gonna dice it up how we need to dice it up.
Hey, let me say real quick, man. R.I.P. to Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. I can't believe this. This one is hurting. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, we just saw that.
That's crazy, bro.
Swimming, son. Swimming, man. You got it, Miss Fantastic.
The little thing that I don't know, man. I think people might be stretching this one. I think you might realize it once you play the clip. I think people taking this one into a
stratosphere,
in my opinion.
Damn, high current too.
Even though it's still wicked, because it's like the whole change that he has done since his first time running for president until now is just wicked, bro.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Mr. Fantastic, can you hear me? Is he frozen?
No, he ain't frozen.
So, Beans, I'm traveling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now these two motherfuckers got to do some work. You see the results, man. It take 10 minutes to get the video up.
Bro, I had a fucking clip. I had the perfect whole clip.
You hear it, man. You hear it. Okay, Mr. Fantastic. Whatever you say.
Yeah. Here we go. Hold on.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
That is as wild as it can get. So y'all niggas talking about going too far. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. That nigga said,
talking about?
Said, damn your daddy, find you a gay stranger.
Well, y'all, I don't know why y'all. Well, I do. I get it. It's boring if you don't do this. So go ahead.
Subway boy.
That's what he said. That's what he said in essence. Hey, your dad is not enough. And mind you, remember, this is a man that.
Hold on a minute. We got all the experts. Experts, help us so we can get this because I'm trying to make sure we got the information.
See, that's what I said. That's the clip I saw, and that clip, in my opinion, Fantastic is my man's and all, but he's stretching that. He taking that way further than what was said in that clip.
Y'all wilding.
Wait. Did we hear
another clip? I shouldn't say hopefully.
All right, come on now. Hold on.
And that is the clip, by the way.
Boy said non-binary. Once he submits to that type of language, where we at? The Twilight Zone.
I mean, what y'all expect for him to do, right? He has to acknowledge what exists.
Hold on. Right? Bandit attorney, what's popping? Where's the clip? You got the clip, Arnold?
I thought they were talking about something else, about the daughters and stuff like that.
The daughters? What part?
Nah, nigga, you late. You talking about this nigga said you don't need your daddy, you need some stranger gay nigga.
That's not what he said.
That's literally what he said. That's literally what he said. I'm gonna replay it for y'all. Hold on. I gotta break it down.
All right,
play it all again. So I'm gonna play it for y'all again.
Let's replay it and then we'll give Bandit Attorney the floor so he can give his discernment of. All right.
Now I gotta research this shit again.
I watched the clip.
You know what it is, Arnold? I'm trying to get them to do some work. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
I ain't doing shit. I ain't typing nothing. I ain't pulling nothing up. None of that shit.
Yeah, I guess my imagination that if Trump said the same thing, he'll figure out the defense.
That's one of the things that I
like that. I agree.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Take the video down, Mr. Fantastic.
I agree.
Take the video down. Wait, Arnold.
I am not a fucking Trump supporter. I am not even a Republican. If Trump said this gay shit, I would be like, bro, what you on? Stop it. All right. If y'all know anything about Fantastic, you know I'm not with nothing with this brotherfucker propaganda, bro. That's one of the major untalked about, unspoken.
He did not say you don't need your daddy. You need to go find a gay man. He did not say that.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down to you. So now let's get. So let me show the video. Okay, this is inference.
We just watched
okay,
it, bro. We just watched the video.
Inference. Hold on. We're gonna play it.
Right, and I know it. Trump, you would infer something different.
Right. Okay, we're gonna play it. No, it wouldn't. And I keep telling you, I'm not a Trump supporter, bro. You ain't never seen me with a MAGA nothing. I don't claim MAGA.
Supporter. Everything he about, you about.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
What you disagree with? What you disagree with?
This tag on. Huh?
Nigga, wear the fucking tag, bro. It show no limit chain. It show no limit chain, bro.
No, it's not.
It is.
Y'all Democrats.
All of that black independent shit, but don't vote for no Democrat shit. But I'm not a Republican. That shit is dead.
Well, I'm literally registered as like no party. I don't have any party affiliation.
Because you don't want to say you're a Republican.
No, I'm not a Republican though.
You're 100% a Republican.
Boy,
I'm telling you, I'm not a Republican.
What? So let's play the clip. I don't want to derail the show. I'm not going to derail the show. Respect to him.
And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Not just exposure to one guy. What guy is he talking about?
One dad.
Dad specifically. So you don't just need one dad.
No matter how good the dad
is.
No matter how good the dad is. The dad can be great.
Can't be everything.
He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. One great dad can't be everything.
And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
So the boy needs somebody who's going to tell him about his great daddy. His one great daddy. This boy needs to go out into the world in the wilderness and seek out this person. Let's see what type of person out of all the people you can pick that Mr. Barack Obama picks for you to go see and find out and tell you about your great daddy.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started.
So my gay professor became my favorite professor, would call me out and tell me all this shit.
Saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that.
You need that. Now, when the fuck did he not say that? Okay? You got one great dad that's not enough. Hold on.
You hold on. You saying that he is recommending that everybody go out and find a gay man to counsel them.
That's the fucking example he gave.
That was his example of his life. He did not recommend go find a gay man.
Bro, y'all, again, man, y'all niggas don't have no comprehension skills, dog. I can't believe we finna defend this. That's really what he said.
On my mama, you full of shit on this. He didn't say none of that.
You can say I'm full of shit all you want. I literally just translated it for you, brother.
You made up some shit.
That's exactly what
I didn't make up shit. I didn't make up shit. I literally stopped this. I broke it down for you specifically, everything he said. Okay. He said.
Don't gotta break down shit for me,
all
bro.
together.
You don't gotta break down shit.
All right, let's do this. Let's get Arnold. What is your breakdown of what he said? And I want to hear Bean's breakdown of what he said, and I want to hear Aaron's breakdown of what he said, and Callie. Callie, you better get a zipper on that shirt or something. What the hell you? God damn it! Go ahead, Arnold. My bad.
He said that you might need to find another man, right, in your community that's gonna be able to call you out on your bullshit, and may even have to call your dad out on some bullshit that your dad is doing.
That's not what he
to
said.
give you perspective, right? That's what he said. That's exactly
That's not
what he said.
That's not what he said. What he said
That's
was
word for word what he said. Fantastic.
no.
I'm not making up shit.
Hold on, Mr. Fantastic. Don't rebuttal. I want to hear his breakdown. Go ahead.
He said that you may need to find other men in the community to explain other shit that's going on in the world and call you out on your bullshit and explain shit that your dad is doing that you don't understand. Right? Your dad could have left your mama. You might not have perspective on that. This is something that you might need another man to explain to you as far as why your dad not in the house. Right? Because you just a boy.
Okay.
And another man can explain, hey, adults have relationships and it don't always go how you gonna think it's gonna go.
Okay. Now when
he
didn't
didn't say go find a brother fucker, right? Because brother fuckers are the best people in the world. He did not say that.
Okay. Now, Arnold, can you hear me? Because he got it.
Yeah.
So I agree. That's the first part. Now it seems like there's another segment when he starts talking about his gay professor, and then he says, if your boy is gay or binary and to show empathy and compassion, that seemed like that was related to having a gay friend or constituent, even in your friend group too. Do you see it as separate? What about that part?
I think that's what his gay professor was able to give him perspective on. If he was ignorant up to that point and didn't have anybody close to him, that was his situation. He's not recommending go find a gay man. He never said that.
So when he said have a gay friend in your group that can relate to your son just in case he has those proclivities, what about that part?
I'm saying that that's separate.
I know he said two things. He said two things though. He said the first part, which I agree with your discernment on the first part, but now what about this part when he got to the gay professor and a gay friend in your friend group? What about that part?
And how respectfully, just real quick before he said the gay, that's what you need. He specifically said the gay professor, like the example, that's what you need. Barack Obama was the president of the United States. Out of all the men he could have picked, all the workers, the military members, the policemen, the doctors, the scientists, all the men, he picked the gay professor, and he's not saying he's not. What's wrong? But go ahead, my bad.
Hold up. So all that to say what, Fantastic?
All that to say, bro, you're claiming that he didn't say that you need a gay man, and then HAMP just doubled it down, and he told you he used the gay reference even for children. Having a gay friend or non-binary person. The only person that he's saying you would have the connection for you to be able to understand and bring this person in versus shut them out would be a grown version of the little boy who is gay.
Play the second part. Because I want to make sure it's heard. Because Arnold, I agree with your synopsis on the first part. Because even like I bring my son to the gym purposely so he can learn how to box, but secondarily so he can get told the commands by other men too, right? Be instructed by other men, right? Because I think that's a problem. Like parents be acting like nobody can tell their kids what to do and shit like that, but also see authoritative figures in other men who have a, you know what I mean, a similar ilk. So I see value in that for sure. All right, play this part.
To show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this. And
literally, you need this person in your group.
Okay, so what? If you want to understand that he promoting the gay agenda, that's fine. That's your opinion. My opinion is whatever that man was, right? Whatever he is the subject matter expert on, right? He will be able to explain that and give you a nexus to your children. Not that man is going to be promoting homosexuality to your kids.
Bro, he chose a gay man.
So, okay, I guess that bothers you, and I get it now.
It's not. Well, let's not say it bothers me.
It bothers you. It bothers you.
No. It's not. Let's not.
It's bothering you.
Well, no, it's not that it bothers me. Hold on.
Again, it's bothering you.
Okay,
again,
so
brother, it's bothering you, brother.
Okay,
it's bothering you.
Okay. So you done repeating the same stupid shit? Because
Again,
you know this is
bothers
going
me.
another way.
I just want to make sure you understand that
You
it's
know
bothering
this
me.
is going another way. I'm trying to keep the show level, right? I'm trying to keep it green.
Me too. I'm
So
trying to
this
stop
is
the
what I'm saying,
bullshit.
right? It's not that it bothers me. You said it, right? And you're speaking around it and you're defending the bullshit. This is gay propaganda. That's exactly what this is. Barack Obama was the fucking a president of the United States for 2 terms. 2 terms. This man not only has a regular degree, he has a fucking lawyer degree. Okay, he has a law degree. He was a lawyer. He was a state senator. Okay,
Juris Doctorate.
right? A jury, appreciate you. So out of all the men he could have picked to use an example, this man chose a gay professor, okay, to promote and say he literally. I'm gonna go. He said you need that, not like that. Not he didn't say similar to that. He said you need that. So if we want to even go by the fucking words he's coming out of his mouth, this man chose a gay man. And then, like Hemp said, as you completely, totally trying to jump over, he solidified it and let you know that's what he meant. Because now he brought gay children into it. If it had nothing to do with the gay part, he wouldn't have fucking ended it with the gay part of children. So I'm going to say again, and I broke this down fucking expertly the first time, word for word, the man is promoting men to choose gay strangers over their own father. I stand on that.
That's not what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
That's not what he said. He did not say choose a gay man over your father.
That's exactly what he said.
All right. So let's do this.
Hold up. For the sake of conversation, I'll concede that. Okay, he's saying put the gay man in your friend group just in case you have a gay son. I can concede to that for the conversation's sake. But to say that he said choose a gay man over your father is crazy.
Who did he use for the example?
He didn't say nobody over your father. He never said that.
Yeah, he literally said your father's not enough. Hold on, stop.
Again,
so hold on, wait. Hold on.
Brother,
when you say that you're perfect, your great dad is not enough, what are you saying? He said you need another man outside of your one father, and he used the gay example and said you need that.
The fact of as far as your father not being enough in the modern day era, when your dad is not outside no more, right? Is a fact.
What?
Everything I learned about being a man did not just come from my father.
Oh, so you got a gay mentor too?
It came from the niggas in the streets, right? The niggas at school.
Where the gay niggas
uncles,
at though?
My grandfathers. No, I didn't learn
what
nothing
about
from a gay man. But
how not?
I had to learn how to work on the car from somebody different than my father.
Yeah, but what about the brotherfuckers? Where the brotherfuckers at? Why are you not giving us no brotherfucker example? What have you learned? Hold on. If you as a man, hold on. You as a man that said, hold on. Now you said you learned from a pretty much a mechanic or someone that was mechanically inclined. Your dad didn't know that. Other people that was outside. Now, Arnold, why won't you tell us about what the gay men taught you?
Because I don't have that experience. He did.
So why don't you suggest that black boys go out here and use a gay man to learn stuff like you did?
That's not my experience. How could I recommend something that I didn't?
It has nothing to do with this. I'm not an astrophysicist. I'm not a brain surgeon. I would suggest you go to those men for knowledge, though. So I'm gonna ask you again: where is your endorsement, fuckers, for the younger brothers?
I don't have an endorsement for that, and I'm saying that's not what Barack Obama said in that clip.
It's over with. Thank you. I rest my case.
Hey, do your end zone dance, bro. It's stupidity. The end zone dance is stupidity.
No, it's never end zone dance to stupidity with me, bro. Come on, stop it. It's just easy work.
Easy
work.
Let's do this, bro. Y'all have came to a bit of a crossroad. So let me see what Beans got. Let me just read these real quick. Sean with the $10 says he could have just said "quote unquote" professor, but he said gay professor. Why? No other man will or should be better than your father. If you need that, your father failed you.
Calculus with the $2 says Americans are gay. I think. Aaron with the $5 before they speak about this way was talking down on the men. Before they spoke about it this way was talk what before they spoke about this they was talking down on the manosphere. So by doing math, he's saying red pill straight men is toxic. The others are the answer. Black with the $2 says he promoting Batiman business by existing. HQ with the $5 says y'all need to get out your feelings. He did not say that. This is the problem with black men. Y'all are so emotional. Aaron with the $2 says Obama has no sons. So what is he chatting about? That life pop and OG with the 20 ball says salute him and the fellas. What's goody? So Arnold and my homie Bean salute. Y'all are saying he didn't say which he did. Is it so far-fetched giving the policies he implemented while in office for 8 years? Defend that shit now.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bullshit. I see you shining, nigga. I can smell a motherfucker with money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money.
So Beans, you can respond to that, and then I want to hear your synopsis on what you heard. Aaron with the $2 says, let's not forget they said that he was the first gay president. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Beans was goody.
Yeah, Arnold is right. And Fantastic is right. And I hate that they both right, because that makes them both wrong too. I don't know why we feel like we gotta misquote people in order to just be like, yo, I don't like what they saying. I agree with Fantastic that this is some homosexual supporting, branding, promoting shit. I agree with him that that's what it is, right? No question about it. But we don't have to, you know what I'm saying, mischaracterize what he said. He's not wrong. You can't tell me that there's no other man besides your father that you got information from. And if you got information from those men, that means your father didn't have it all, regardless of how great you think your father is. So that's just a true statement. But to Fantastic's point, he specifically targeted a gay professor to highlight the second part because he's trying to promote that. There's no way around that. It just is what it is. He's even trying to normalize it for kids. I agree. But now we're talking about intention, right? So not what was said, but intention. We're saying we believe we understand his intentions. We don't have to lie about what he said.
Okay. You guys got anything on that? Should we get Callie's POV and Aaron's POV? Because that's when I kind of see the separation as well. He said two things.
Well, no, I think the first part is self-explanatory. Nobody has it all, right? No matter how good or great your dad is, you're gonna rely on someone outside of your father, mother, or whoever to learn things, right? What I'm saying though is when he chose out of all the people he could choose, okay, that as the example, that is the essence of the conversation. So that's his intent, and that's what he's saying. He could have picked any and everything out of the what's the name, right? Which we know that. He could have followed that up with, hey, a fucking doctor, hey, a carpenter, or whatever. He could have picked all these different things, and he could have just said a professor, right? The professor is a profession. He used a descriptor of the professor, his sexual orientation. Okay, that is what turned. Well, he didn't say, oh, well, you know, hey, this black man was he practiced BDSM. Like, you know, so what the fuck does the sexuality have to do with the thing? Unless your whole intent is to promote homosexuality as the solution or a thing to the whole thing, is my point. The essence of this whole conversation was rooted in and finished off with homosexuality. That is the key. That's the whole thing. Because had it not been the case, he would have just said, hey, he was a professor, he gave me perspective and all these different things, and so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. But no, he brought the sexuality into it because that is the purpose of the whole fucking speech that he was giving. And then shout out to whoever gave the context before that to juxtapose it with the quote unquote the red pill message and so on and so forth, right? The masculine, toxic masculinity bullshit.
Yeah. One thing I don't like particularly is that he gives, like, when he associates empathy as an example, like with the person being gay. That part throws me off, right? To understand empathy has nothing to do with your sexual desire. Like, that don't even make sense. Like, is he saying that gay people are more empathetic?
No, he's saying that to be able to empathize with the gay person.
Gay specifically, but empathy doesn't need experience to be empathetic, though.
No,
You
but there are
understand?
certain things. Yeah, but there are certain
No,
things
but
that you
I know,
wouldn't understand.
Callie. Let me just. I just want to make sure when you reply, you can reply in full. Empathy. When he used empathy, the experience of being homosexual doesn't have to apply for a person to be empathetic. See, that's what threw me off, which kind of feels, and I'm saying feels like he's almost doing exactly what Miss Fantastic and Beans was saying, pushing it on purpose, because empathy doesn't apply to experience.
But you also have to consider, I think it's very possible.
Well, sorry, Beans. I just want her to, because she was going. I just want to make sure she understood what I was saying. Yeah, you could jump right in. I just want to make sure I ain't. You know what I mean, go ahead, Callie.
No, what I'm saying is he could have used the wrong word, right? He could have meant sympathetic. I don't know, right? He could have used the wrong word as far as the empathy versus the sympathy or whatever it is. But his overall thing was to say that he mentioned the gay professor. I took it as because it was at a time where he was able to gain knowledge from this person and not completely just throw him all the way to the side, because it was at a time when being homosexual was extra taboo than what it is today right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I took that as, the reason why the professor's sexuality was even mentioned to begin with. Now, when it comes to having someone in your circle or whatever like that, and being able to and having a gay child and everything, I didn't take that as the gay guy is supposed to be trying to influence the kid to be gay or anything like that. The kid's already gay. So in order for me to be able to try to understand and bridge that gap between the parent and the child, the parent could be, super ignorant and not even just be able to relate to it at all whatsoever, and is totally standoffish. And the homosexual friend could be able to bridge that gap and be like, hey, well, you could understand this and understand that this is how this person could be feeling. I mean, your child could be feeling things like that because they were that kid at some point earlier in life.
Yeah, but he wasn't talking about parent. He wasn't talking about parent to child situation. He was talking about. Let me know when you're done.
Well, because Ms. Van, he's saying like other men assist your parents in parenting.
Yeah,
Other
no,
men
but,
assist your
but yeah,
father.
but no. Listen, what he's saying. If you had a gay friend, or he was non-binary, y'all missed the friend part. So he was never talking about a gay child.
Yes,
I can replay it if you want me to replay
a
it.
Person is an adult that's in the parents' friend group, right?
No. He was talking about you, a straight person with a gay friend, so you have the understanding and the empathy or whatever.
Yeah,
that's what he was saying.
So what it was he said the professor who was homosexual edified him because he was ignorant at that point in time.
Yeah, as a straight dude, allegedly, as an alleged straight guy, he taught him a lot of things that he would have never known about the gay perspective of what it's on and so forth. And what he said was he was using it from the straight perspective as accepting a gay and non-binary person, not as a gay or non-binary person that needed help for a parent that was misunderstanding their condition.
But he said,
that's how.
Okay, because he said if you have a son that's either gay or non-binary, having a friend that is also that in some way, shape, or form in your friend group could help you, because then he related it back to his earlier point.
I'll replay it.
Yeah, please replay it. That's all, so we make sure we don't have to guess. But that's what I was hearing. So What do you think about that, Callie? I understand your understanding, although I think that that's a little bit too much bail to give President Obama to use the wrong word. He used the word he used. I'm not going to assume he meant something else. Not the president of 8 years. He's been talking too long.
Okay,
So,
that's fine.
you know what I'm saying?
No,
So what
I
do
don't
you
see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong with what he said, and I would agree.
Yeah, and he never said a son. He said a boy. So he
boy?
wasn't talking about your son. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you're framing the entire conversation wrong. He was never talking about in reference to a gay, a straight parent with a gay child. That was never the reference, ever.
Then what boy is he talking about?
Thank you. A random gay boy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm telling you. He's a random kid that's gay. That's what he's talking. That's who he was talking about. He didn't say a son. He said a boy.
It's pretty evident that if an adult has a homosexual friend, that he would be helping a parent his
now
gay or homosexual son. Like that's clear. That's clear, and that's not even a stretch.
Let me tell Arnold, your mic is bad. It sounds like you got it hooked to the car. So just correct it, and then we can. So the context of the entire conversation seems to be parenting, though, Mr. Fantastic. So that's why I would lend itself to being a child of a dad or a parents when he says a child, when he says a boy.
Yeah, no, but can we replay it, bro?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just saying the context seems.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need, not gay boys, boys across the board, all boys.
Okay, go ahead.
Not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Pause it. So he's saying in the confines of parenting, it's a boy. Right? Do we agree there?
Yes, the boy is the boy is reaching out.
The dad can't be everything.
Yes, for the boy.
So it's the son right now. Okay, let's go.
The son is not gay. The son is not a gay son.
So wait. So yes, I'm looking at the original. I want to go back to make sure it wasn't edited. It's literally chaptered, and the chapter that this is falling on is helping boys access emotions, right? And it started out with boys need multiple role models. Non-sports bordering, and then went to helping boys access emotions.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, hold on. Let me re-add it.
Keep going, because we need the part where it gets into the orientation piece.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that.
Now he's referencing
himself. Don't. Go ahead. It's clear.
To show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group, so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Okay.
And he was speaking about the child saying that they're not alone in it, not the authority figure. So when he used him, go ahead.
But he's saying the boy, right? Because he's still under the same he's still having the same stream of consciousness or stream of thought. So he's saying that boy. So and then he's just saying, but that boy who's the son of the father who is not homosexual, if that boy is homosexual, then he has an adult that he can lean on.
No, that's not what he's saying, bro.
It's the same son. It's the same boy that if he's gay at that juncture.
Yeah, if you have a boy that's what, and again, he was saying to me in the friend group. That's why he said the friend group and all this other shit. But
Yeah, your friend. So
yeah, bro.
you would have a gay friend if your son was gay. He has somebody to lean on.
Yeah, I can't agree with that.
Yeah, no.
It's based on the language that he using, and that's why I say context matter. If you see the build up to it, he's literally talking about the quote unquote son.
Yes.
He's saying the son needs gay friends in his friend group.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's saying the son if he runs into a friend that's what's name. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It was never about a gay son. And Beans told y'all, he gave you further context. Shout out to him. The whole build up was just boys in general. So when he said boys, it was not. He didn't say you know alternative lifestyle boy. He said boys. Okay, and he's speaking for and speaking up for the alternative lifestyle community and how they need to be accepted.
Okay, so is it valuable for us to get caught up on who has the friend, or is it the fact that you need to have a gay friend around just in case, whether it's your son's friend or your friend, just in case your son is gay and needs edification on such?
Well, no, I'm just don't like
I understand what Fantastic is saying. No, so I understand what Fantastic is saying. If he's saying if the boy is in the like basically like the father and the son, it's the son in both situations. That son is finding a man outside of his father to help him go through his like gay journey, basically.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I understand what Fantastic is saying in that context. Right. So you know, as a boy, I needed a man to help me with life that wasn't my father. Right. Then if I had a gay son, my gay son is gonna need another gay man to help him figure out what he's gonna do in life. That's how I'm understanding what Fantastic is saying.
But see, he didn't say that. You can't tell me the man is educated, got all these degrees, and at the same time he don't know the difference between boy and son, right? Like that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the lead up to it, the chapters, and
but
the
every boy is his son,
we can't talk over each other, Bandit. They're not gonna hear us. What I'm saying is this. Can y'all hear me? Is my internet messing up?
No, you good. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I'm saying is this: based on the lead up and based on the name of the chapters and literally what they're talking about, you're talking about boys. Think about this. He said when he was in college, his professor, right? So even then, he was young without kids. So if that's the example, again, he's not talking about a father. He's talking about young men as they're growing up and what they may need. Right. So with that being said, my perspective on it, again, he could mean what y'all saying, but I like to take people literally so that way they can't say it's my fault if I misunderstood him. He literally, if they're talking about boys and he's describing what boys need, and he's saying boys need something outside their father. Like me, I had a gay professor, and you need that because you need to learn empathy. And also, if you have a boy that is such and such and such, then now he don't have to feel so alone, right? So again, to me, all of this is about the boy.
The boy, okay.
And I still think that's problematic, to be honest with you.
Okay. I agree. I think that's kind of what Arnold was linked, because there's men around that edify you that your father has no involvement with, right?
Absolutely.
Like when you're outside, you get edified by the men who you look up to outside, like Cologito, right, in Bronx Tale. His father, Sonny was going to do what Sonny was going to do, regardless if his father liked it or not. So, okay, I agree with that. I think that's clear, in terms of that. Okay, does that change how we look at what he said?
And also, I don't think HAMP understand this part of it. Part of the narrative is they're saying that Barack Obama is talking about himself being the gay boy who was confused.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Well, he did have those love letters. He did have those several love letters about him making love to men in his mind. So
that's the underlying concern about this with the people that's not on the left right now. That's
okay. Okay. What's up, Uncle Jeff? Let me just make sure Aaron didn't have anything, and then you can grab the microphone. Aaron, you got anything on this? I know you've been waiting.
Yeah, I do. I think the former President Barack Obama was devaluing or deflating the father's authority to parent his son. I don't think that's how this goes. Yeah, there's going to be men in a young boy's life that are going to edify him outside of his father, but it's his father's job to procure those men. In the process of teaching a young boy how to build a wolf pack, he introduces him to his own wolf pack. Those are the beginning examples of men outside of his father that are available to edify him. I'm presuming that this boy is a boy under the covering of the man and not a man out of the house seeking mentorship. So that's a responsibility of his father. But the way Barack Obama put it, he put the responsibility of finding that person in the hands of the boy. He never said the father has to introduce the boy to these men or seek men that align with the father's modus operandi that he's trying to impart on his son. He didn't say anything about, the father having his own wolf pack and boy, you're going to need your own wolf pack when you go out into this world to hunt with. None of that was brought up. He just completely usurped the man's authority and gave it right to the boy and said, you need to find somebody else other than your father to give you perspective, which is bullshit.
And why, Aaron? Because that's his experience.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I didn't say
it was kind of rhetorical because it's his experience. That's his experience. His father wasn't there. He was raised by women.
Oh, so he didn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So he's giving you his experience and his advice from his life.
Bro,
Obama's dad was never there.
Okay, fantastic. You got sons?
Of course.
You know all they friends?
No.
Okay. So that's come on, man.
Hold on. Like you said, we got to hold you to your own standard. We didn't say friends. We said mentors.
No.
Adult male, I tell you, I know all their adult male mentors. I know that.
You don't know every male that they know, regardless of age. You don't.
No. I'm gonna say it again, Beans. Male mentors.
Oh, that's okay.
I know.
Fine. That's fine if you want to label it that. But it's a reason why he probably didn't use the word mentor. Right? Because it's not necessarily just you're not in some official capacity, right? His professor wasn't in a official mentor capacity. He was his professor. It wasn't his job to be his mentor.
He told you
that though.
He told you he adopted him as such. But he again, y'all are leaving the inference out. He's telling you that's my favorite professor who came to be my favorite professor and so on and so forth. So even though he wasn't seeking him out to be Barack's mentor, Barack made him his mentor. That's what he's telling you without saying it. Okay. So what I'm telling you is this:
their father didn't do it.
Okay, but
more of that going on than anything else. And I'm talking about in households where the fathers exist.
But he would know.
Okay, so go ahead.
Well, no, but the question would be answered in that confine. So, like as an example, in that specific example, Mr. Fantastic would know that man if he's his professor.
Yeah, 100%. And if my son tells me,
say that out loud so you can hear yourself say it.
Yeah, he would know that man. He would know who that man is because he's his son's professor. Just simply.
You have no clue, bro. My parents
general,
didn't know anybody. They know my teachers' names.
Okay, well that's on your parents.
Well, Uncle Jeff, the reason why I say that is because, and you could jump right in, Mr. Fantastic. I'm saying, Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic dropped his son off, pick his son up, right? So to assume that his involvement isn't as such, I don't assume that.
It's not him though, him. That's what I'm saying.
I thought he said.
No. Wait, what I'm saying is this. I'm asking him a question. He can.
You got the floor, Uncle Jeff. I don't need to.
What does Fantastic, myself, and every other man tell women when they come on the panel?
What's that?
Speak generally. Don't make it about you because you will always be the outlier, right? We say that all the time. Mm-hmm. Don't be quiet now. We say that all the time, right, John?
No, I agree.
That's a yes or no. We say that all the time.
I said yes. I agree. Okay. Yes.
So with that being said, what I'm asking you is, in general, fathers, do you think they know every professor that their sons have?
I said no. I already said no.
Okay.
Now you changing what you said. You said every male they come into contact with.
Yes,
that was your
you made it about mentors, Fantastic. So don't. I'm
okay. So what I'm telling you,
right?
So there's a.
We use a professor because you made it about mentor, right? I'm saying in general because to the point that was made earlier by bandit attorney, bro. The gang leaders will end up being having influence over your son, your coach, the professor, the dude on TV. It's gonna be a lot of people who may have influence over your son, and you're not gonna know every last one of them. So this idea that Aaron is suggesting that The father is supposed to procure every man in your life that's gonna have some influence over you. It's just disingenuous.
No,
Okay.
that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
All right, let's make it concise. I want to make sure I get Uncle Jeff in right. So, Aaron, what are you saying exactly? Is your father to help you curate your wolf pack, or does your father help you curate your wolf pack by proxy of his influence?
Both. He doesn't help you. He helps you procure your wolf pack by virtue of example. But the men that you're exposed to are in his wolf pack, and it's his responsibility to expose you to those men. See, the way Obama put it, the boy is supposed to find some influence outside of his father. He said, even if the father's a great man, usurp that, skip over that, and find other men that can give you perspective on your father. Whether he finds other men to give him perspective or not is inconsequential to my argument. What I'm saying is, it's his father's duty to introduce him to men that his father deems adequate to provide perspective to his son. For that exact reason, because there are people out there that do not mean your son any good, that he will expose himself to, take advice from, and be led astray.
And furthermore, this where Aaron and I'm speaking from is from childhood, not fucking adulthood and college. Okay, you build this up early, so he has the discernment, and my son knows. Okay, my son would never come to me and tell me, "Hey, Dad, I got this wonderful gay professor that's giving me life advice." Not because he's afraid of me or not because of whatever, because he knows there's an issue in that. Now, he may be a great man, okay, or whatever, but I promise you there's a man just as great without the gay part. And that's not something that we support or promote in my household in you know what I mean, as far as how he was raised. So what I'm saying,
let me ask you a question, Fantastic. Was your father in your life?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, let's just and I know
he was there. He was there when he wanted to be. Go ahead.
Got you. I know this is a hypothetical, but just try it, right? Suppose that he was in your life, but he was anti-military. Do you think you would have still chose to go to the military based on your own thoughts about it?
No.
Okay. So
not at all. I was anti-military before I joined.
Oh, okay, but for whatever reason you still went. What I'm asking you is this: do you think men would? Or do you think, since everybody want to argue they still boys, right? Do you think a boy would? His father is anti-military. He still want to go.
If he still wants to go to the military and that's something that's his dream, of course, yes, he would go.
Okay, so what would the influence would be outside of the father, correct?
That's a desire.
But he has to find out about the military somehow, right? Like he didn't conjure up the military. So somebody influenced him on this military thing.
So let's.
Yeah, no, it's not an influence thing. It's just like I said, it's a desire. It's something that you saw was cool, and you think that tanks are cool. You think that airplanes are cool. You think the ships are cool. I think that's I'm not saying that's a horrible analogy, but I think you're comparing desire to influence.
I could see it happening though. I could see, you like a thing, but then there's other people that's cool outside of your father that can influence you for sure. I can see that. Let me get Uncle Jeff in and see what he think. Uncle Jeff, what's popping?
Hey, fellas. First off, dope ass panel as usual.
Salute.
Real talk. Because we're all smart, there's room for us all to be right. What the father sets is true north. The father's responsible for true north. When you decide that there is something outside of this tenet that father has set at true north, it doesn't matter how fantastic it is. It's outside of the true north that the father is responsible for setting. So it ain't to say that this dude is wrong. It's not to say that he won't have an influence. It's not to say that the gang members don't have an influence. Of course they do. But they are outside of the true north that has been set in this house from the moment you responded to from that moment until you leave my house. I am setting a north that you yourself will be able to look at and see the influence of this gang member, vice the lessons my father directly taught me. Now, what you do with that determines who you are, not what the North is. And you don't get to set your North in my house. I set the North. And whether I reach it or not is inconsequential. I don't have to be perfect. My advice for you must be, it has to be as close to perfect as I can conjure. And any conjuring, straight or otherwise, outside of my North, there's a problem with, regardless to how good it is. And I think that kind of is what I think we were all summing up. And I really, from a man with boys, I think that that's a little hard to argue.
Okay.
I endorse this message.
Beans, Arnold.
And where my tracks at, Beans?
Jeff, I got you, Uncle Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Any of your sons go to college?
Yes.
Right now, can you name me their professors? Just yes or no?
No.
Okay. That's my only point.
Okay.
Right? Is that at some point boys start picking their influence?
Sure.
Right?
I don't know that anybody's arguing that.
I'm not arguing against you. I'm just trying to make sure my point from earlier was clarified.
Sure.
When Aaron says that the father is the one who's supposed to put the influences in the child's life, I'm saying, to me, I think that's a bit overrated. Not overrated is probably not the right term. What I'm saying is, in general, I don't think that that's what's happening amongst fathers.
Well, then
I'm not saying it's not best case scenario.
If it isn't, that father is in a state of abject failure.
Yeah.
That's it.
If it's not general, it can't be failure.
What do you mean?
If 51% or more of fathers aren't doing this, historically aren't doing this, that wouldn't make it a failure. That just means that the ones who are going above and beyond the call.
Okay, I'm gonna have to let's work with the word historically. What history period? Because I can tell you from 1965 until 1983, the dudes that set north for me came from the lions I was raised around. So I'm gonna need, what frame of history are you discussing? Because right after me is when the wheels came off the wagon and there weren't that many male influence constantly around, and maybe then, but throughout history, I need you to point. Especially outside of this European concept. Find an African concept, find a Greek concept, find an Armenian concept that does not follow the Mexican, the father setting true north with his tenants and the cats he hang around.
So I'm only going to deal with America.
Okay.
Right? But my point is this. We're assuming for some reason, I guess it's because we niggas, that the influence outside of the father has to be negative. So can we move past that?
No.
Let me finish, please, God, Jesus, I'm begging you, please.
But you're wrong, because we didn't say that.
It doesn't matter.
No one said that. I included that.
Hold on. Let's look. So we want to make sure it flows. So, means that the influence outside of the father, negative and positive, exists.
Right.
And I said that.
Oh, look, so that's not the assumption. Go ahead, B.
Okay. So here, I can prove that that's what it is, but I won't. It doesn't.
Go ahead. Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's because I don't want to start a conversation. What I'm saying is this. Historically, and the reason why I'm saying that is because you cannot tell me that these fathers, even if we go back in time, was working 14 hours a day and at the same time handpicking all the influences in their kids' life. Stop it.
You said all. No one said all. You keep
it's
going
hyperbolic
back
intentionally, right? I'm being hyperbolic intentionally. It's me, Aaron. Right?
Understood, but now's not the time.
Right? Because my point
let him just make the point, and then we can retort it if necessary. He's saying there's no way a man working 14 hours a day at those specific time periods where men were mostly in a house, he's gonna influence all the child's proclivities or whatever the proper word is.
Just an example, right? It's just an example of a specific time period because it was a time period that was referenced. So I'm just making an example of that time period. My point still remains, and we could just say with that if we disagree, is that I don't believe that in general 51% or more of fathers, black or otherwise, are spending their time handpicking all their sons' influencers. I just don't believe that's happening.
Okay, let me know.
My point was just that the ones that are doing it are going above and beyond, and that's good for them. I'm not saying it's not best case. That's best case, but it's not to say that the fathers who aren't doing that are somehow failing. To me, I just find that very disrespectful.
Okay. Now, so example, and then y'all can jump back in. It's fantastic. This will be quick. My father worked from 6. I ain't never see him in the daytime till I was like 12 years old. That's hyperbole, but damn near close, right? Running his own business, construction, concrete, you know. He used to play cards, right? But everything was always taken care of. We always had what we needed, right? He never needed an alarm clock. He told me don't take no shit. He worked physically, right? When I turned 7.5, I played football. There was no choice in the matter. And there's a disposition you have to have when playing football, right? And so those things that are the baseline for a young man, for a young man, were instilled in me by watching him saying it and then doing the things and duplicating it. So that influence was the overarching factor to why I made decisions, even with other influences around me. What will my father say? What will my father do? What did my father do in these instances? So even though it wasn't like, make sure you do this, I could see it happening and manifested in real time in front of me, Beans. That's what I would say in terms of, because I cut your drift. There's things that I missed out on for sure because we didn't have the conversation, but my baseline was still manned by his actions.
And
do most of your athletes have their fathers?
Yeah. At Flowers High School, it's upper echelon. It's upper middle class in PG County.
Do you know them all by name?
The fathers? No. Back in 2019, in my position group, yes. But the 120 kids on the team, no.
And that's all I'm saying is that.
But I coach the kids I coach directly, though. Yes. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We're talking about a lot of kids and we're talking about the fathers that's there. So we already talking about guys that's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Is it all right if
that's there?
It's permission to ask HAMP some questions, Amount.
Yes, sir. I'll answer quick, and then Mr. Fantastic want to get in.
Okay. HAMP. In the true north that your father set, even though he wasn't there, was laziness in that true north?
I don't know. No, my father lived with us. He just worked so much. You see what I'm saying?
Thank you. No, exactly. So was
laziness is not an option.
How about slovenliness, leaving your shit around?
No, you get in trouble. I just get a smack every day.
Thank you. So my point is that your father set in his examples and in his rules a set of tenets, and the cats he played cards with, more than likely, everything that you saw of those men was within those tenets.
Yeah, they work with him.
Yeah, thank you. And anything outside of that, the most fantastic, wonderful Mr. Rogers motherfucker outside of that is outside of that. Your daddy got to be there and arrange times for you to meet men with name tags on. Let's not imply that. Let's also not imply that we said that there was anything. As a matter of fact, I said it out of my face hole. Positive influences outside of your father's north are just outside of your father's north, which is supposed to be set. Period.
I would just lean on the fact that the father selects his son's godfather. There's the first example right there. And then when HAMP said that his father had him at the age of 7.5 play football, I'm sure he knew the type of men that would be leading that football team. So that's the secondary group of outside influences that his father planned and purposely introduced him to. I'm not making this an absolute. No one's saying all the men in the boy's life are going to be handpicked by his father, but his father, and I like the analogy you use, sets the true north. His father absolutely is, and what I also said was his father is responsible for. Whether he successfully executes this responsibility is who knows. My father did, but a father's responsibility as a father is to expose his son to a set of men that he deems as righteous in his purview. He cannot let his son go out and be influenced by the world alone if he's a father. It can't happen.
I had this argument with my ex on that very thing. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So I think the most important part of this is, like I said, the reference in the video was more so a teenager or a young adult. Okay. Being what we saying, I don't know if you agree or not. Okay. As a child, when your child is young, and if your father is there, more likely than not, the norm is that that father chooses any and every man that's around you. Hell, some of the women too, right? If your mama got a whole ass friend or some shit like that, or so on and so forth, and I've seen this happen. Hey, you may hang out with her, but don't have that hoe around my kids.
Come on.
Okay, she too loose, she too wild, she too this, she too that, right? So what we're talking about is building the foundation. Now, I agree, Beans. I couldn't name you all of my son's professors, okay? But anytime my son has an issue or problem with a professor or one of his coaches, right? He played football, right? My son leans on me, right? And it's had been times when I had to have conversations with one of his coaches, so on and so forth, to see, hey, is he bullshitting or what's really going on? You feel me? So if in your part, I got you. Once your son is grown, I got absolutely no motherfucking control. If my son wanted to have a motherfucking brother fucker best friend tomorrow, he could have one. Ain't nothing I can do to stop it. Right? But because train up a child in the way he should go, my son don't play that gay shit. You feel me? He ain't got no disrespect for him. He ain't out here, punching motherfuckers in the face and no shit like that. But at the same time, like, hey man, hey, you do your shit over there, right? And we've actually had, conversations to where it was like, hey man, nah, man. My sister got this motherfucking, So that's all we saying, bro. Again, I'm with you. You got it 1,000%. I have absolutely no control over what my child decides to do once he becomes an adult or she becomes an adult, right? But like Jeff said and Aaron said, I set the standard in the way they know to travel. If they choose to go outside of that, hey, they grown. I can't stop them from doing it. But as a kid though, and as a child, any and everybody that ever had influence on my children, dude, what I knew, right? And you know what I mean, and had some part in playing that as much as I possibly could.
Fantastic. For the first 6 years of my son's life, I was with him literally every day, 365. The only time I missed a day was I was locked up for 2 weeks. That's it, right? So I understand that kind of control. But again, we're going off what was said in the video. So I don't know where everybody else's mind is at. But I'm just going off the frame of what he said when he's talking about boys need specific things in their life, such and such and such and such and so forth and so on, right? So I'm saying the statement that Aaron particularly made about choosing your friends, influences, or mentors, whichever word y'all want to use. My only thing is that I don't believe the majority of dads are doing that. I've never, ever, 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 ever in my life, and I'm older than all y'all, I think, except for Jeff, who's probably a year older than me. I've never heard nobody ever say that was the father's responsibility. It's very different when you saying what we do. That's very different. But I'm saying, like, yeah, when you get to them teenage years, which Barack was talking about, when you get to them college years, which Barack was talking about, right? When you get to those years, yes, the people who are outside of the home, you begin to pick and choose those people on your own. You get to decide who your favorite teacher is. You get to decide who your favorite professor is. You get to decide who your favorite coach is. You get to decide who your favorite TV dad is. You get to make those decisions for yourself, is all I'm saying. I just don't like the fact of, if you're not doing that, then, like Jeff said, you're failing. That's the only thing I had an issue with.
Okay, well, if it's all right, I'd like to explore that for a minute. Number one, let's be clear. every man is setting true north for his child, even in his absence.
Yeah.
The absent father is setting true north for that boy, which could be anywhere in the frickin' universe. Okay. Number two.
That's deep.
The fact that you didn't hear, I don't think we are the same age, bro. I just turned 60.
That was sarcasm.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought it was a nod to how clean and clear my skin is because of the Family Secret shea butter that I use, which is my company shea butter. But anyway,
you in the dark, Uncle Jeff. You could be bumpy as a motherfucker. Turn that light on.
Right. Niggas put soft light. Their face really looked like the back of a Nestle's Crunch Bar. No, I'm not fucked up like that. Anyway, brother, I had this argument with one of my sons trying to defend his mother about one of the horrible people she had around her. Mm-hmm. And I said, I am responsible for all of the adults around you. He said, all the adults, Dad, how is that possible? I said, here's how it's possible. You will never see an adult around me that is excessive in any way, because I'm not giving you a license to be excessive in any way. Now, does that mean you're not gonna be around excessive adults? No, you ain't gonna be around excessive adults that I okay. Whatever I don't say no to, I okay in front of you. Do you know where I got that, son? My father. So for you to say that we both from Chicago. I was born in 65. The dudes I wasn't around no wishy-washy dudes when I was young. I'm one of the last dudes that, HAMP talked about it. When he started the boxing thing, I was so excited for him. I just went, look, call this dude right here. Because that's just how I communicate. I didn't mean to boss him around. I was excited for him. I come from men that speak definitively. This is why you never hear me end my sentences that are sentences where they sound like questions, because it does. That shit right there is outside of my pattern. It's outside of my north. It's the north I set, and it was set for me by other dudes just because of the pride of lions that I was around. When you set north. You set north for little thugs if all they hang out with is thugs. They make decisions. Their conflict resolution is thuggish because their north was set toward thuggish. What they decide to do later is what they decide to do later, and no one has ever argued that today. No one. You're making a point. No one argued.
I'm arguing against the fact that you said that if the fathers ain't doing that, they failing. And
they are.
The majority of fathers is doing that. And here's the thing. I'm pretty sure if we do a little bit of research, I'm guaranteeing my numbers will back me up. I know most fathers is not doing that.
No, they all are. But
I'm not talking about what you're saying.
No.
Y'all got it on the North shit. I don't even know why y'all keep mentioning it. Y'all got it. I did the same thing with my son. Really quick. I'm sorry, Ham. Really quick, just so they know I'm not dumb. Bro, I told my son not to date black women. Guess what? He don't date black women. So I understand what you're saying, right? But I'm talking about, but I still couldn't tell you who the hell his professors is. I couldn't tell you who his best friend is. I couldn't tell you who his favorite teacher was.
I don't know why we're back there, but okay.
Because you keep trying to retort like I'm disagreeing with y'all. I said, y'all, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with what you're saying about what the father does, but I'm saying as far as what Barack Obama was talking about. And
I'm going to shut up now. I have no idea what we're talking about. I'll shut up now.
That would have been great while I was talking. But the demographic that Barack Obama is talking about specifically, they are going to, by default, find their own influences. They will. They will.
There will be outside influences for sure, 100%, that you will have no control over, know nothing about. You just hope that the baseline you give them, they go back to when shit hits the fan.
That's the part that I was trying. That's the point I was making, that he didn't go back to that. He usurped the father's purview when he said, even if he's a great man, outside of that, he took it straight outside of the father and addressed nothing about the true
Obama,
north.
you're saying?
Yes, exactly what
So
you
let
just
me-
said, Hamp. He didn't say nothing like what you just said. That's my
Let me-
issue.
Let me get Arnold in because he only like cutting off Mr. Fantastic. Everybody else he nice to. So let me get Arnold. Please. Jesus Christ.
So look, even a great man is not gonna cover all the bases. And I guess I want to just make sure that we understand that the views of the conservative black man do not represent the whole of black culture. Right? So y'all, Aaron, Fantastic, Jeff, think that the way y'all doing it as the conservative black men that you are is the way that most black families are being conducted. You're wrong.
Who told you I'm conservative?
Most black families
Yeah,
are
I
not
don't know
teaching
where you got
morality
that.
Hold
on the
on.
level
Let him
that you
finish.
would like.
Say it
Right?
again, Arnold.
The way that you do it,
they was talking the
not
same
way it's
time as
going
you.
down. Right?
They was talking the
Whether or
same
not
time as you.
the way you're doing it is right or wrong is a different conversation. Right? I agree with most of the stuff you guys are talking about as far as parenting. But to act like this is what most people are experiencing from their fathers is disingenuous.
That's a fact.
I need y'all to have perspective on that when you're having these conversations.
Arnold for president.
We're not talking. This conversation is talking about morality, right? Y'all saying my son wouldn't be gay because he would know better.
Who said that?
I'm gonna tell him.
Who said that?
So if you don't think that the whole conversation we're having about what you're teaching your son and what he's learning in your household is not connected to the being gay part that Fantastic started this all with, right? You have been co-opted by Fantastic.
Okay, please. Can I please respond to this?
Newsflash.
He was inferring Fantastic.
Pretty please.
Newsflash.
Please hold on just a second, Fantastic.
You have been hoodwinked and bamboozled, my brothers.
Okay.
What is he talking
I got it. No, I got it. Please let me.
Because you would do everything in your power to show North is not being gay.
Could you please let me respond? Let me know.
You think
Are you done? Is it my turn yet? One of my sons is gay. So let's knock that shit off immediately.
Whoops.
There's a
So how does that fit into a Fantastic brotherfucking narrative?
Okay,
That
I'd
Barack
like
Obama's promoting.
Okay, I'd like to answer that as well. I have no idea what Brother Fantastic's Brotherfucker program is, but judging from our interaction, I got 50 on Fantastic. Because you have found a way to be upset with me, and brother, you clearly do not know me. To call me a conservative means that you have just high hurdled decades and millions of
been co-opted.
I think it's my turn, sir. Is it or is it not?
And I said you have been co-opted.
I know you did, but it's not your turn to speak. Is it my turn or not?
Try to stop me. Try to figure out how to stop me from that box.
I'm not. Hamp, what we doing?
We need to understand how it happened.
Go ahead. So I think what he's making is it's a slight concession to say he's not saying you're a conservative, but your thought process has been co-opted, meaning you agreeing with Fantastic in this particular conversation. That's all. Go ahead, Uncle Joe.
Okay. Well, here's the things that I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I agree with Fantastic with.
Okay.
I don't need another man implying or inferring that my program over my son in any way has anything to do with his particular choice. I'm saying it about my sons and in my house with one of my sons being gay. I don't need no sweet pickle influence from the outside. That's me saying it. C.
I
believe it's my turn, bruh.
You take too long pauses, bro. Be articulate like your father taught you.
You're going to have to let me take them pauses if it's my turn. It is or it isn't.
It sounds like
that's man shit. No. Well, don't be. I'll tell you what. When I'm done, I'm going to use these two words. I'm done. Until then, I'm talking.
Noted.
C. And again, this is lost on men your age. I'm a goddamn grown ass man. How I teach my son is my goddamn business. The fact that I feel like I feel about homosexuality, which would surprise you, is none of his or your business. He is encroaching on the business of how men should raise men from an African-American standpoint that he does not have. His experience was never your experience. All he did for you was look really good getting out of a limo on the cover of Ebony magazine. Oh yeah, and fake to drink Flint water. That's who we're discussing here. I have absolutely no respect for that man from the giddy up. So maybe, just maybe, that taints this conversation. But to imply or infer that I have problems with gay people doing anything, that's the bullshit of the first order. To put me with conservatives in any way is bullshit of the first order. Conservative and Democrat are terms that white people use to describe each other. They ain't even talking about your black ass. That's my opinion. And with that, brother, I'm done.
So based on what you're saying, you would have no problem with the gay man influencing your son. That's what I understand, right? And now I'm done.
I mean, he gay.
And I'm done.
But I don't know. Anyway, listen. Again,
the bigger question is, if the son was under his true north and it's rhetorical, and his true north isn't that, how could the son become that? Right?
No, that's an easy one.
It's rhetorical, right?
Well, no.
Okay. Well, when you want an answer.
And the reason why it's rhetorical is because I already know some people believe that they're born that way and some don't. Right, but for those that don't, then the question would be: you have to there must have been some other influence, right?
That's the question, Beans.
It just recertifies my point.
Beans, that's the question. That's not rhetorical. Uncle Jeff, do you think people are born gay?
Yeah, brother, look here. This is a real easy one. I had this conversation with my son at one Thanksgiving dinner. I know, ain't nobody touched you. This is one of my issues with the Creator. Ain't nobody touched you. Ain't no. We all knew you was gay when you was 18 months old. You ain't supposed to use your tongue on the bottle, are you? We did.
Jesus.
We knew you was gay. The braiding hair and skipping double dutch were two really bold clues.
Hey.
We did not need you to try to fuck up Thanksgiving. We really didn't.
How much to kick him off the pen?
There was no. So all the bruh. Let's knock it off. Let's knock it off. See, this is. Oh yeah, and that's unfair, Beans. That is part of my special. Jeff Brown looking to get canceled. I dare you to try to cancel me. I got money white folks can't find, and they looking. I tell the truth from the way I see it. That boy was born, absolutely, and this is my problem. This is my problem. If we can say that God makes no mistakes, and I know that my son was born gay, and we all can read Leviticus and Romans, that would mean that this God made my son to hate him. I've had these conversations with the Creator.
There you go.
So let's not. This is cute. This is very, very cute. That whenever you have any issues with the gay agenda, you now hate them. You're now afraid of them. No, I just see you as imperfect. And I look at it this way, the way my grandmama said it. Baby, you gay? Well, why can't you just find a nice girl and fuck her in the butt?
I can't take this dude right here, man.
Look here, bro.
Hey, Uncle Jeff supports my Holy Trinity thing. Hey, lay it down, turn around, put her knees on the ground, baby. God don't make no mistakes. All the three holes you need.
Look here. I'm not, and this is not for me. This is my point. It is not for me to judge gay men. It isn't. What you do is what you do. However, as I told my son already, You will not be cuddling up in the holidays in my house next to no dude. You know why? Because that makes me uncomfortable. And the last place I will be uncomfortable is right here where I'm in charge of the mortgage. Not gonna do it. That's me. Do I not wish you love? No. Find love where you find love. If you are attracted to this man as another man, that's y'all business. That has nothing to do with the rest of my agenda. I've been coming, prime example, and I landed here. Brother Hemp, I've been coming up here, what, a year and a half, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Has one time, have I asked you anything about your proclivities with Mrs. Hamp, or you asked me with Mrs. Brown once?
No.
Not fucking once, because it's not our fucking business, and we would like to keep it that way. Dear gay people who are offended, especially gay men, you can take a dick in the ass, but you can't take a joke? Well, fuck you again. I am saying it is as simple as this. What you do behind closed doors is your fucking business. Stop trying to force feed me your lifestyle. Maybe, just maybe, it ain't okay with me, because I do some nasty shit to my wife that probably is not okay with you. And do us both a favor and let's not share it. Now, the words you've been waiting for, brother. I'm done.
So, Ham, do you agree that with the born thing?
Yes.
You believe that some are born that way?
I know they are. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I was not expecting that. I gotta be honest, I was not expecting that.
Well, I think it's some, not all. I think some, not all. So because some people are unfortunately, forced into it through.
Yeah, you get sucked into it.
But you know I don't believe in free will, right? Use the word believe for the sake of conversation. So it says God makes elections. We'll go through it. This ain't one of those things, but I'll send you the verses. I'll send you the verse so you can have the reference point. People are according to election of the Most High.
Well, I mean, but again, do I subscribe to Fantastic's take? Absolutely. I believe that this man is an agenda pusher, right? These are some of the smartest people in the world, right? So in case anybody is lost, we're back to the subject, which is Obama. But even if I have to concede that he's an agenda pusher, then that means he's not wrong. If people are born that way, then we're inevitably going to encounter them. Ought we not be prepared to deal with that? Whether that be co-workers, classmate, child, sibling, parent, whatever it is. Ought we not be prepared to encounter them in a healthy way? Because it seemed like that's what he was suggesting in the video.
I think I understand that take. I think most people who are homosexual just operate in the earth. Motherfuckers ain't out here, being all flamboyant and shit like that. That's the hyperbole you see. Living in DC, when you in certain parts of the city, right? You can probably tell based on somebody's countenance, how they move. But motherfuckers are just existing,
Yes.
And the reason why it's not more of a problem than eating pork to me beans is because it's all is a sin. So when I see a nigga eating a chopped cheese topped with bacon, that's the same sucker ass nigga as a nigga who's sucking dick to me.
Wow.
Because both of them equal end in death. So as long as my people keep doing the wrong thing, I'm casting righteous judgment on all of them equally.
Well, can I push back on that just a little bit, please?
Sure. No, I was just answering this based on my outlook on it, but yeah.
I here on the damn pork, bro, and this is why I say pork is worse, because homosexuality, it's not a sexual preference, it's a proclivity. That's why I don't. When people say, "Do I have a sexual preference?" No, I don't. I am a heterosexual. A preference implies that there's something else. Like my preference is Italian Fiesta. I'll eat home run air, but I prefer Italian Fiesta pizza. I don't prefer women over dudes. What? What? God damn it! This is some of the best shit in the world. I just lost my thought. I was really gonna make a very bold point. Oh, you were talking about him, and yes, Hamp. Just tell me what you were talking about. Just throw it back at me. The thing that you were just talking about.
Barack Obama, right?
And no, not whether he was an influencer or not. That's clear.
He said that people who eat pork on the chop.
Oh, the pork thing. Yes. Pork is not a proclivity, bruh. You stare brain worms, intestinal parasites, and all kind of filth and nastiness right in the face and make the conscious choice to put that in your mouth. That is not the same as being a homosexual. I think it's on some other shit.
Yeah. No, I think, the key is I think there's an emphasizing on like the homosexual thing in terms of the laws, when you hear Christians talking things of that nature, right? The reason why I use pork directly is because the penalty before we got grace was death by eating those things. The penalty before we got grace for homosexuality was also death. You see? So I didn't use pork just haphazardly.
Yeah,
I
feel you.
Because eating swine and the abominations and the mouse, you'll be consumed for doing those things. So that wasn't just by happenstance.
Oh, I feel you.
Those two things have an equal penalty. That's why I use them specifically.
I feel you.
I'll be back. I gotta get my daughter from camp.
Yeah, sure. I'm going too much longer. I'm about to go to Shaw thing. But go ahead. What y'all think? I mean, not on that. I know that's a whole different.
Whole nother animal. My bad. I'm sorry I went down that road. My bad.
You every time I think I'm straight, you confuse me, bro. Like I don't know what you're doing. Like every single time, man. I got all these scriptures now. I'm gonna have to throw at you. I'm like, what about these? I'm not,
yeah, that's what we do.
Like, I'm looking them up now. Like this is some bullshit.
Man, we just working, B. That's what work look like. Every time you finish an assignment, another one comes. We be moving people. We just moved this Steinway piano. I don't know if you know like about pianos, but the Steinway baby grand. Oh man, no joke.
Heavy.
And we be done.
Don't scratch it.
Yeah, you can't. This shit costs too much. And then we be done, right? And B, at the end of the day, be like, woof. We unload the truck and shit. I get a call the next day. We got another one, but you feel accomplished as a motherfucker getting that bitch up the stairs, and then you hope that the next one coming down.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Long as you building them, bro, build the shit out of them.
Yeah, we tax them for those.
Yes, sir.
That way, it gotta be worth it to do it. Like it gotta be worth it.
Come on, goddamn Steinway. And the thing about a Steinway, it ain't a refrigerator, nigga. It's
shaped with the New Testament or no, man?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so what we doing then? That's just. Is it like my mama explained it to me that it's just Paul's writings and he was just saying what needed to be said depending on who he was talking to? It wasn't necessarily law, but it was just that he was just pandering.
Paul is having a lot of conversations that if you don't know the books of the Apocrypha, you'll be lost. And he's addressing directly what's happening in those given churches.
Thank you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
mom is right.
So 1 Timothy 4, I just need to ignore that.
No, you don't have to ignore it. You got to understand it. If he's talking about sin the entire time, when you get to verse 4, he's not talking about sin? Because you read from verse 4 up to 1 through 3, he's literally telling you people that are going to do wrong things. So then when he starts talking about food, he's continuing on his diatribe. It doesn't change the context. But I think people read it like he's talking about something totally different just 3 verses later, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, I face that one a lot, Beans, when we outside. Because people are like, look at this number 4. I'm like, well, go to number 1. And then let's start reading about what he says going to happen. So Timothy got to be ready when he goes down to Asia Minor and shit. You know,
And-
but the edification ain't there.
And generally the same issue with scripture is this. Whenever somebody throws one out at me, and I guess this is the inverse of that. This is the inverse of that. Whenever somebody throw a scripture out at me, like the regurgitators, they got them 13 they know, and they just like to whip one at you. I ask the following. Interesting. What does it say right before that? What does it say right after that? And who was they talking to? Most times people don't know, especially if you're gonna read about Paul, you got to read Paul in its entire. You got to read all of the letters to the Romans. If you're going to focus on any one scripture, just go Matthew, Mark, Luke, John while you got some time. And go and get that so you can get a little before it and a little after it. And it frames it better. Then it's harder to make mistakes with. And that ain't no brilliant shit. A lot of people will tell you when you read the Bible in chunks. Like that's 4 you should read together. You should read from Genesis through maybe Deuteronomy together. So you can get this, you get the shit down. Then you don't have those kind of questions.
In reality, I understand that it's still bad health-wise. So I'm not dismissing that part. But it's just that, like I say, people say things, especially when they quote in this Bible, and then when you realize that it's something else other than what they thought it was, it never ceases to baffle me. It never ceases to baffle me. I just don't. This is why people are always kissing it up to God. God make dirt and don't hurt ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, beans. That's what make it so. And I apologize. This sounds like this. I don't mean it to be dismissive or whatever, but that's what make it so much fun to me. Because when you meet people like Uncle Jeff, he comes from a different lens. You got a different lens. Mr. Fantastic got a lens. Arnold will tease me every time I come in the discard. Shalom. I mean, wanting to say kiss my ass, but I just say Shalom back, right? But it's so many different like ways of kind of processing this shit, you know. And it's like beans, you get like enthralled, and you be like, man, what the fuck? But then you keep going, you know. And so it just that's what I'm saying, fun, not like like causing, like you know what I'm saying. So
I can dig it. It's
dope to watch your zeal.
When we was on Black Man Unfiltered show, and you said he loved that Bible more than he willing to admit to.
You know what it is, Beans? I think you love God more than you know, and I think you're closer to him more than you know. You just figuring out how to talk to him.
Yeah. I'm Uncle Jeff. You know what I need to do next time? I need you to help me get the male Bible, the man Bible from Mr. Fantastic, because it only got the verses when the women ain't shit in it. That's one thing.
He's making a Bible?
Yeah, but just the women ain't shit Bible. The other verses is left out, kind of like the slave Bible. But
okay. Is it okay? I'm fine. Yes, I will help it, but I really would like to peruse what Mr. Fantastic has, because perhaps there's
I'm joking.
Maybe there's some shit sentence he left out that I'd like to add. So yeah, I would love to help make this Bible, but I do need to study the shit he has already, because maybe I may find some ancientness from another angle.
Let me ask Fantastic this. Fantastic, did you see the video of I want to say his name is William McNeil, the police traffic stop?
Which one?
So he I could be wrong. I think it was in Florida, but I might be wrong on that. They stopped him because he didn't have his headlights on.
Okay, I literally just saw this just now. They yanked him out and punched him in the face and all this stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking about this.
Jacksonville.
Did y'all looking more into it? That was in Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
Was it Jackson?
So it was in Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it too. Hold on, let's look at it real quick.
When I looked at the report, it was something about the name. I think they said that too. It was something about the name they said that made me think it was in Florida. The name of the police.
No, it's Jacksonville. You're right.
Okay.
I meant to save it too. See, but I wonder when he started recording though. You got
it happened in February.
So what we got is him. Soon as the recording come on that we get, at least what I found, he's talking to another officer from the passenger side because he's saying his driver's side window was messed up and it don't.
Pull it up, because Beans in that clip, you know what the other the other officer says to the one that breaks the window. He says, "Go ahead," like he says, "Do it," something like that.
Oh, cues him to break the window.
Yeah, he cues him. Yep. Yo, you got it. I had this.
I got it right here.
Oh yeah, let's put it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me.
Exit the vehicle. Show me your hand. Now. All right.
Gonna rewind.
Now this was in Jacksonville, Florida, on February 19th. And what?
We don't want to hit him. There you go.
Yeah.
Take one down. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have a. Oh, you got.
Open my door because my window don't work, right? Yeah. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all, and then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor? Huh? Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hand. Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
No, don't.
Get on the ground. Stop fighting.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door, my window down.
I gotta be honest, the worst part of the video to me is the black cop who showed up at the end.
Thank you.
You know, much as I try to be fair with Diesel, he looked just like him. So Diesel, next time I see you, we definitely arguing. But I'm just saying, man.
You know what's crazy, Beans? I know it's a law in Connecticut for sure. You have to have your headlights on when it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
So once you violate, right now they have this discretion to pull you out the car now. They can violate you for having the you remember the little trees in it? Like, and it's just like once you broke the law, now they go with this reasonable and articulable suspicion. Why didn't you have your headlights on? They could twist shit just that simply.
Here's something each and every one of us could but won't do. Unless and until all of these officers are fired, brought up on charges, and find themselves behind bars for this assault, Black people will not buy anything associated with Jacksonville. We will find out all of the companies that come from Jacksonville. Any products that you sell, any products that you carry, we are not fucking with. We do not care how much it inconveniences us, and we will not let up until these motherfuckers are behind bars. If we do anything other than that, we just talk.
Well, I don't agree with that, because that's you can't punish the businesses for something that's a state official or city official thing. That's not so, because you can protest, you can do whatever you want. You can't hold the citizens and the business responsible for something of not elected, but official capacity.
Why not?
That because you can't, because it doesn't fit your moral reasoning of doing it. Okay, so
you said moral. I'm sorry. I have the morals I have the same morals as an individual who walks into an establishment with a grenade and pulls the pin. I don't care who bruh. We have to throw grenades. When you throw grenades, you're gonna hit some innocents.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. But even still, there's a hostile party there, right? So if you happen to be around a hostile party, the people that live in the city of Jacksonville and they have businesses in the city of Jacksonville have absolutely nothing to do with the police of Jacksonville, and they have no control over it.
So what will they do then?
What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, perfect. This is a perfect example. Mr. Fantastic's blank. It's going very well as a small business in Jacksonville. And you're a black man. And people start listening to me. And they stop going to your business. What are you and other business owners going to put your pressure behind?
I'm gonna put my pressure on them and you, because why the fuck is you talking to me when I didn't fucking beat nobody up and snatch them out the fucking car, nigga? And
here's what I'd say to you. Here's what I say to you. As the business owner, I strongly suggest immediately that you get in contact with your Chamber of Commerce, your councilman, and all of the men who make decisions, and let them know that small businesses just like you are pressuring them to stop me from telling them by putting them motherfuckers behind bars, and that's what up till Jesus come back on them anybody.
Yeah,
oh no, it'll never work, but it'll be great in the movie. It'll never work in real life. We agree there, but it's definitely effective. It's very effective.
Fantastic. You know the question. The reason why I brought it up, I thought it was in Florida. I know you seem like you always hit the shit.
I'm in Jacksonville. I live here.
Yeah, that's why I say I know. As soon as I heard it, I thought of you because I'm like, you seem to know everything that's going on in Florida. My question is this, because we get a lot of the anti-blackity black. What should happen?
I mean, the police officer that assaulted him, that guy should be fired. He should be fired. He should be brought up on charges if possible. But like Hamp said, you have to understand and see like, well, what was the deal? So you have to know the statutes and the what's the name? It was he was held under. A lot of things that people think they know the law, but I don't know if you know this. People know the law about as much as they know they motherfucking blood type. Okay, niggas don't know shit about the law. People get out here, they want to have court in the streets. And my thing would be, was he wrongfully treated or whatever, so on and so forth? I promise you this though, whatever it was that he did to stop and they told his ass get out the car, he didn't get out the car. That's what led to what happened to him happening. Now, am I saying that he's responsible for it or whatever? No, I'm not saying he's responsible, because that officer still has to show restraint and be professional. But by all accounts, from what I just seen or whatever, the thing is just going viral now. I mean, it's happened back in February. So being that, I didn't even know about this. I hadn't heard shit about this because, the footage had been released, right? Or whatever, or had been suppressed. So now that it's this, we have to sit and see what's going to happen. Are people going to be brought up on charges? The one that punched him in the face, more likely than not, because again, he's clearly on video. And was he resisting? I guess. But I mean, I don't think strikes are authorized unless he's, striking back. You feel me? And that's a guesstimate for me. I'm not sure. But yeah, the officer that punched him in the face, definitely. The guy that broke, I don't know if that was the same guy that broke the window, that's within protocol. Just the ones that anyone that violated protocol should have to pay the consequences.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. It's almost fair because I think they all should lose their jobs.
Well, I think this is another thing too, right? So I know people say all cops are bad cops because the good cops don't call out the bad cops, right? Mm-hmm. In the process of doing something, restraining a person or trying to apprehend them and so on and so forth, that's not the time. I mean, we talk about this all the time, right? Mm-hmm. If my brother fighting, we fighting, right? Now he could be wilding, he could be dead ass wrong, but if that nigga getting jumped, no matter what the fuck we got going on, oh, he ain't getting jumped, we getting jumped, and we gonna motherfucking make out that motherfucker. Now I'm gonna chastise him and do whatever I need to do
in
after
the car.
But in the moment, and that's a lot of the things that people don't understand. And again, I'm not no back to blue person either. Motherfuckers gonna swear that. Oh shit.
Well, wait, but fantastic. Wait a minute, because I don't want.
I don't want.
Yeah,
we don't see you, but we hear you.
Yeah, I don't want that to sit with people because that
was God, nigga. That fucking lightning just knocked my shit out, man. My bad. But
because that was God letting you know that example was some bullshit. You can't say if my brother's getting jumped. What if your brother is beating up on a retard? You jumping in to help them?
Stop my brother.
Okay, they don't do that. They
No,
don't
that's
jump in to help the defenseless, the helpless in the moment. That's what these people be. That's what that kid was.
Well, Beans, I think it happens. It just happens less often, right? You know, it happens in the minority, but there are tapes and of situations where police officers have literally intervened and stopped other cops from doing, you know, non-procedural things. I just think those things purposely aren't shared because it doesn't fit the narrative of all cops are bad and, you know, cops ain't shit and so on and so forth. So when you get the positive, right, people, no one cares about the positive, right? Well, hell, I mean, Beans. Do you think cops take more lives or save more lives? Cops save more lives than they take. We never hardly ever get to see those stories or hear about them. No one cares, right? We only celebrate the what's name. And my thing is,
I don't think that's true. I actually think that's absolutely impossible.
You think it's impossible for cops to prevent more crime than to commit crimes?
Oh yeah. I'm with him. Yeah.
Let's use the exact same words that you used. You said save lives.
Well, save lives. Save lives. I think they save way more lives than they take.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we can. I mean, well, let me see. Police kill.
Firefighters save more lives than police officers do. Right? But save lives? No, sir.
Wait a minute. He said then they take.
Yeah, then they take.
Okay.
That's what I said.
So let's put that into perspective because that's cute. Here's no. Oh, you guys was talking. Y'all go.
No, so it says, okay, so in 2024, 1,260 people were killed by the police. Do you think that the police did not save more than 1,260 people, bro? We literally had a thing.
Watch this, fantastic. Hell no. But I don't even think that number is right. That number seems a little bit too much.
Okay.
My data told me that it's okay. No, that's fair.
I'd love to stay with that number. I'd like to talk about that number.
Is lower than that. My number is
1,200. Hold on, wait. So give you perspective, y'all understand that there's 340 million people plus million people living in the United States of America. Cops only and I think cops have millions of interactions with actual citizens, right? All right. So we're talking about a 0.000001% occurrence of cops actually taking lives of people.
I would love to respond to that.
But
sure, go ahead.
All right.
Trying to have a conversation really quickly. I promise Uncle Jeff you can get right in. But I'm saying my data, because I was looking this up recently because I was we're doing a video in response to Charlie Kirk lies. And my number shows a little bit less than that. So it's around like 10, right? So it's 2,000 less. That's a decent amount, right? But what I'm saying is on a yearly basis, what does that look like in the reverse, in the saving? What are they saving people from sharks? Are they running into firefights and you know, shooting and grabbing and rescuing, pulling people out while they're shooting back? They're not doing that shit, fantastic. How are they saving lives? Like literally saving versus literally taking. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
not because they're driving around in the neighborhood. Fuck that dumb shit.
Well, no, you have to give that credit, right?
So we don't. Because the opposite wouldn't be true. The opposite wouldn't be true of if they were walking around or talking around or anything else. It wouldn't equate to them taking a life. I'm not going to equate that to saving a life.
What is an ounce of prevention is worth a pound or whatever, right? Pound of cure, right? So being a deterrent is saving a life, right? So if a cop is out and about and around or so on and so forth, and there's some evildoer criminal that's there, but we don't even have to go that far, right?
Yes, because that's literally making the argument that if they're not doing wrong, they're doing right.
Well, I got you, but what I'm telling you is this: there have been several situations. I promise you, there have been over 1,200 situations of individuals with guns or knives or physically attacking people to where police have intervened and stopped it. I'd be willing to bet my house and everything on that without a doubt, brother.
Okay.
You saying no, but like
I ain't gonna lie, I can't do it, bro.
I really
itching. Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's deal with the number of 1,200 the actual taking of 1,200 lives directly. And let's put all of those 1,200 lives in any one city you like. I'll pick 2. Angeles or Chicago, you're not counting when they took one gang member across town and let him out. You're not talking about when the dope deals go bad and they just get out the way and let the shit happen like it happened. And I just while we were discussing this, I took the liberty of Googling gangs in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. And I got something I wasn't looking for, a Wikipedia page. So it's going to be very hard for me or anyone else who's had to, and some of my friends are police officers. I work with them in gang prevention units. It's going to be a little hard for me to take, but what I know directly about the police, any kudos for how hard their job is coming from Black people. It's tough. I get it. I understand, but you're going to have to understand who it is you defend it, because it's impossible to pick the shit out of the soup when you defend the police.
Hey, fantastic. Let me ask you this. If you want to, which I don't want you to, I'm just gonna lie, I'm not gonna accept it. But if you want to include the, them driving around type of thing, can we also include not just them taking the lives, but the people who were shot, but non-fatally?
No, how could you
see what I'm saying? This is what makes it unfair.
Well, we can walk it down, right? So if I can't give that, everything Jeff said is moot, because he's also doing residual effects and so on and so forth, non-direct shit, right?
True.
So we do non-direct shit.
His original point is that we can't quantify.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we do indirect and non-direct shit. I mean, everybody shit, right? I walk past a motherfucking pothole and then report it, and then somebody comes and crack their rim on the car and crashes out and kills a fucking innocent old lady. You see what I'm saying? So let's not do that. We're talking about direct interactions and direct prevention.
There you go.
If a police officer is there and people are getting shot or so on and so forth, you still can't blame him for the shooting. You can blame him for his lack of action to the shooting. Now, if he tall ass and he don't do anything in the midst of a firefight amongst citizens, yeah, he's at fault. But also you're erasing the fact that more likely than not, 90% of the time, if a person begins shooting in public and a police officer is around, all right, and he has his firearm, and even crazier beings, there have been situations with off-duty police officers, right, who have jumped in and intervened and stopped crime or stopped people from being killed. So that's what I'm saying. It's too many cases of where we can go in the positive versus the negatives. Again, I'm not again, back the blue, none of these things. But when we start having these conversations, my question becomes, okay, so we get rid of all the police. Ain't no more police. Now what? Complete total chaos, anarchy, and the fucking civilization crumbles because now there's nobody to keep the order. There's no consequences and repercussions. And we know societies do not work that way. That's why every society has always had some form of fucking policing.
Okay, but always. Don't jump to the extreme, though. Come on, let's not do that. Don't jump to the
extreme. That's not an extreme, Beans.
I'm literally extreme. No police officers. Why does it have to be get punched in the face or no police officers?
Okay, so what would be okay, my bad. So what would be acceptable? Because my question, or I pose that because what would be the other alternative? What y'all talking about? The only other thing would be get rid of police. But if I'm wrong,
it's not get rid of police. It's not get rid of police. It's get rid of police the very first time they do anything. Some people, fantastic, and I know you know this, some people, based on whatever their position is, right, official or not, have to be held to a higher standard. It's just that simple. And they just so happen to be one of them. They have to be held to a higher standard. You, as a person who gets to walk around with a badge and a uniform and a gun and a taser and a baton and damn near free will, don't get to execute certain things without punishment, not even once. The very first time, you're done. Anybody who stood by and watched you do it, you're done. Anybody helped you, you're done. That's the option.
Yeah, but so what are we talking about? Are we talking about physical? Are we talking about what are we saying? Give me an example.
I got one. I got one. How about the inability to be fired for brutality in one state and go job in another? How about you can't do that anymore?
Okay, I'm with that. That's reasonable to me. That's reasonable.
Okay, well, right now, when you defend police with this particular complaint already still running. That meter is still running. So,
well, again, that's still the minority of the police. So now you guys are still framing this in a way which where this is an overwhelming problem and issue to where nothing supports that fact. The fact of the matter is the police force is. Go ahead.
Supports which fact? Which fact?
It doesn't support the fact that the majority of police are corrupt or abusing citizens or abusing their power.
Okay, and that's the problem with this, with the word majority. That's like saying the majority of my plutonium is okay. The importance of this job requires that far more than what is done necessary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now
we can no longer. Can we agree that the majority of the police is great? That's like saying my gun works the majority of the time. It's too important.
That's actually,
you know that. You know,
I'll give you a better example. Fantastic. Watch this. 80% of teachers are women. Do they even slightly play with the men who touch kids? Hell no. First time they find out anything, hear anything, you're done.
Yeah, but
you're done.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same thing for the female teachers too, and I think that's kind of an extremely.
What's the point though? You're making an argument that it ain't the majority of teachers. I mean that it ain't the majority of police. Well, the men aren't even the majority of teachers.
But you said anything, so you jump to the extreme of child molestation.
No. Wait, don't miss the point of.
Well, hold on. Hold on. You can't say no. I'm going by what you said, and you said
the point of it is that you're saying that you're making the argument that the majority of the police aren't this way, and I'm saying the majority of teachers aren't even men. But when any man, right? It's not about what women don't. I'm just saying when any man who's a teacher gets accused or found out about something, he's done immediately.
Yeah,
I got you. Matter that it ain't the majority of them.
Yeah, but that's also
the severity of the minority.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that's something that everybody in all the situations would agree to. If you touch kids, man, woman, dog, cat, grasshopper, you're out of there, right? So hold on. So what I'm saying is, so hold on. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, the women, if they're found to be, people don't talk about it, Beans, but they're fired also. They have to be.
No. I know that they do. I'm just saying, most cats be.
So what I'm saying, so what would be more accurate and reasonable would be like so when you said, and this is what gave me cause for pause, right? You say anything. If the cop does anything, he's done. Well, now we're saying you have to be perfect as a person, and we know that's impossible.
No.
So that's why.
Yes, anything. You motherfucker, you arrest a motherfucker and they was innocent, you lie in court, any of that shit, done.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying.
That's not anything.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? So now you can't even make a simple mistake because you have a place of authority, and that's unrealistic. And you're holding them to an impossible standard, not just a higher standard, it's an impossible standard because nobody in this world has ever been perfect and never made a mistake.
Here's where you're wrong. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Fantastic. We have the examples. By your own take, the majority of police officers don't even. Fantastic. The majority of police officers, I think it's a ridiculous ass number, like 80-some%, never even draw their weapons. Their whole entire careers, 30, 40 years on the force, let alone shoot somebody. They don't even draw their weapons, right? Okay. Let alone get some.
But a person that doesn't draw their weapon. So in that video we just saw, nobody drew their weapon, correct?
Technically, he used the weapon when he bust the window out.
No, that's not a weapon.
Use the term firearm.
Firearm or weapon.
If it was reversed, would it be a weapon? Yes or no?
What?
If I went and busted out a police car window with that same thing, would they not charge me as using a weapon?
Depending on what it was, no. And I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead ass serious. So that wouldn't be a weapon. That's not a weapons charge. If you an object you use for the accessory for a theft or whatever, if it's a window puncher, that's not a weapon. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
So no, it's literally a tool. That's a literal tool they have just for that purpose. So that's not considered a weapon.
Even
you
if I
wouldn't.
concede to that, we watched the man punch him twice.
Yeah, I got you. So that's what I'm saying. So I was using that point to counter your point, right? So the point of them never drawing their firearm is irrelevant to them being able to violate, right? What I'm saying still is this: at the end of the day, right? Hold people to a higher standard, but the standard has to be realistic. And then you have to give room for there are misunderstandings, people that don't understand policy, or there's extenuating circumstances to where this may have been a little gray. This person we've seen situations, right, when a person has some type of nervous condition or something, and they're acting like they're drunk, but they're not drunk. Okay, you arrest this person, not aggressively, right? But you think they're publicly intoxicated, but they actually have a medical condition. Now he does everything textbook by the book, doesn't rough them up, doesn't this, and puts them in the handcuffs and so on and so forth. They finally get him down to the station. Hey, as people come, hey, he has fucking epilepsy, or he has whatever, MS, whatever he has, right? And this is a condition of his situation. By what you're saying, that cop should be locked up and thrown the fuck away because he simply went off of, the behavior of the person. He's not a fucking doctor. He don't know. So, but he gets a call of a public nuisance, and this guy out here acting crazy or acting drunk, and he pulls up to the person that's incoherent and belligerent. So simply because he did everything textbook, he did have to get rough with the person, and he wouldn't have to because this person is having an episode, right? They comply. He put him in cuffs, take him downtown, so on and so forth. His family member contacts him, and hey, So that's what I'm saying. To where we get, it's a very, very slippery slope to where you're saying, and now mind you, I agree with the highest standard, right? I agree with that because you have the authority to take someone's life, and you're there to serve the people, right? Or the public. Really, Supreme Court deemed you don't have to really serve the public. That's not the purpose of the police, but you know what I'm saying. So, but you're there.
Listen, fantastic. Where we differ is that for whatever reason, the entire world, as soon as you talk about violating some little girl's coochie, everybody understands. Here's what I'm saying. I don't have a coochie. So for me, the police officer punching me in my face, the police officer planting drugs on me, lying in court, any of that stuff is equivalent to the little girl getting touched on. It bothers me that much. It affects me that much. It is traumatizing for people that much. So I'm saying, great example if you want to make an argument, but oh well. Go get another job. I don't know what to tell you. Because listen. Wait, let me finish my argument. Because here's what you're saying. You're saying, I don't want to hold these men to this particular standard because other men may be affected by that and they may be innocent. Fantastic. We lock innocent people up every fucking day. Every day. And we ain't saying let's do away with the prison system because there's a whole bunch of innocent motherfuckers going to jail. We want people to just understand and accept that, sometimes mistakes are made and innocent people go to jail. We try to find out after 20 years and let them out. But now we ain't supposed to hold these police officers to the same kind of standard of, well, if a few get lost in the sauce, oh fucking well. Nah, I'm okay with that.
No, it's cool. And it's cool. Like if that's your thing, we could just agree to disagree. But my thing is still, and I think like I said,
but you're okay with that. Can you explain why you're okay with that?
Okay with what? I'm not okay with innocent people going to jail. I never said that.
Obviously, because you're not trying to do away with the system.
Well, no, but because
okay with it, you're okay. You're not making an argument against it. You see what I'm saying? Well, innocent people. We know you don't want that.
I got you.
The system locks up innocent people.
Because I look at everything. I look at things from a mathematical standpoint, right? Again, very few things in the world, right, are perfect. Where there's never going to be any mistake, any anomaly, anything. Be it engineering, be it whatever. Systems fail. Systems have exceptions. Systems there are going to be mistakes made. Now the problem is, and I think the repercussions for it would be, are those people that are found to be, wrongfully done in their compensation. I think it should be a lot more simpler and streamlined to where if, hey, you've been wrongfully imprisoned and so on and so forth, instantly set amount of money, so on and so forth, la la la, whatever, right?
Right.
But then when we really look at it, how many people are actually, you know what I'm saying, wrongfully in prison? Very, very few, bro. It's not, you might get 10%, maybe, right? And I think, like you said, because
more than that, but that's neither here nor there. But even if you say that, 10% of 2 million is 200,000.
And I just said 10%,
I don't think
but
we'll have 10% of the police force using your examples, arresting people who have epilepsy, right? It's not gonna even be that many. So if I'm gonna be okay with 200K being innocent, I'm gonna definitely be okay with, I'll give you 1,000 guys losing a job, you know what I'm saying, every year because of a mishap. Oh well, go get another job, bro. It's a lot of other jobs.
But like I said, if it's anything egregious of where it's clearly a violation of rights and so on and so forth, you have no argument with me. Fuck them. Like you said, fire them. Not just fuck them, not just fire them, lock them up. Right? I feel like if you violate the power and you do something that cause harm to another person and so on and so forth, your ass should lose your job and you should be locked the fuck up. And you should have to pay some type of, monetary to that person. Right? I'm real balanced with this shit, bro. I just look at things like
the video we just watched. You think that's a jailable offense?
For the guy that punched him, from what I'm looking at, yes. I think the guy that punched him in the face, that assaulted this man while he was in the process of getting locked up, right? And he was not physically fighting anyone. You could say he was resisting, but he didn't raise his arms, he didn't push, he didn't spit, he didn't do any of those things. He wasn't being an aggressor. Yeah, I believe that man should be locked up, and I believe you have to pay that man some type of recompense. 1,000%.
It's the resisting claim. I'm gonna read these super chats. Is just because resisting the command is resisting. The resisting starts there too, right? Not opening the door is resisting. Not undoing the seatbelt is resisting. And then we look at acts of aggression, right? And a lot of this isn't just siloed to what we deem an act of aggression to be.
Wait, so there are a lot of videos lined in, all these videos where they put on the internet saying, well, this is how you interact, and this is what you have to do, and this is what you don't have to do. All this shit that we see white people get away with all the time, they're just lying.
No, I'm not saying they're lying. I'm saying when they're saying stop resisting, etc., that starts when they see you do. They say, okay, here's a criminal offense being done, right? Now I have reasonable and articulable suspicion. I give you a command, you resist the command, right? And they notably
lawfully existed. You're saying from their POV, it's resistance.
Yeah, because there's a criminal offense, right? Essentially, or a violation, right? And so now they have an articulable suspicion of other things, allegations. But because that door is open, now I get a command. Fuck that! I ain't going nowhere. Or I'm not unlocking the door. Now I'm resisting the command. You see? And then that's how the shit really start to boil down.
They've done away with the word infraction.
Yeah.
They go straight to violation.
Violation, offense. And then the language matters, right? They're very intentional about what they're saying. Stop resisting is the phrasing that's needed, right? Which is why you have to also ask questions with the proper phrasing. Am I being detained, as an example? You have to get them to say certain things, right? So it's just being caught up in it. That's why a lot of people do give that recommendation where they say make it home, because trying to navigate this shit in real time don't always go how people assume on them. Y'all ever seen that one where it's like the guy gets in the car, right? It's like a skit though, or what you do for self-defense. And then they like wrap a belt around the guy's neck or something. And they like put your 2 fingers in it, lower your seat back so you can get out. You ever seen those?
Yeah. Absolutely ludicrous. Yeah.
Yeah. Or it says, hey, this is how you take the gun. And then he end up in heaven.
Yeah.
Because people will tell you, hey, do X, Y, and Z. But there's so much shit that you're not thinking of under duress. Like even I'm not even under duress means, and I'll be DJing. I'll get in the car. I'm 10 minutes from my house. Damn, I forgot to play that song. Like, it just be so much shit going on in real time. That's why a lot of people recommend do what you got to do to make it home, and then you fight after that.
Oh yeah, you can't put the cops on trial by the side of the road. That's stupid.
So it's just interesting. Yeah, by the side of the road, exactly. Decatur with the $2. I guess the little girl needs stud mentorship. What is this one? Arnold.
He's stupid.
Sean with the $5 says nobody would have never known the professor was gay at all unless he tells us. He did it on purpose and tells me him and the professor got. Yeah. Aaron with the $2 says if you don't watch the Manosphere clip, you will be lost. Okay, for that interview, I'm gonna go back and watch it. Sean with the $5 says stop letting women try to explain this. They're the number one defenders of gays. Aaron with the $2 says they said the Manosphere are hurting boys' emotions. Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch it. Jay Miller with the $2 says women telling us what boys need is nasty work. Jay Miller with the $10, says it's weird how black women complain about 50% of men being gay. Then they defend Obama saying all boys should have a gay influence of some sort. The mental gymnastics is crazy. Sarge, your son was popping with the $5. The mental gymnastics to support gay grooming of the youth is sickening, shaking my head. Sean Brewer with the $10 says, yo, why your father can't be everything? Black community is done! Exclamation point. No other community saying this bullshit. He wrote a letter to X about sex and a man every day, but in his imagination. Research it in 1982. Some letter Obama wrote.
Yeah, I literally covered that the other day. That's real. That's not made up. That's whatever. This nigga was telling the fucking story about how he was having sex with men in his mind.
Oh. Free Zone with the $5 says, sound like Obama made a rich dad, poor dad kind of point with the rainbow twist. Nasty work. That life with the $10 says, here's the thing, Beans. I get your point. But as a father, if my son starts spewing certain things that I know we didn't teach them, as a good father is gonna find out who is influencing them fast as fuck.
Absolutely. Salute that.
Well said.
Sean Brewer with the $10 says, there is another way to drag the fathers. Michelle would never made that comment about a girl needed another woman outside of their mother, especially when women say they are the children's everything. Becca with the $5 says, Beans, why did you tell your son not to date black women? You want to answer this?
When you get through.
Okay. And then we'll do final thoughts. Aaron with the $2 says, if you vote in 2028, you suspect. He keeps saying Ezekiel with the $5 says, join us in the Discord Bible study, Beans. I'll send him the link so he can see it. Sean Brewer with the $5 says, stop holding court in the street! Exclamation point. Stop fussing with them. We got to stop being privileged and take a ticket and call your lawyer. Save your damn life. That life with the $10 says, shaking my damn head! Exclamation point. As a whole, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is aggressive as a whole. Okay, to everyone. It doesn't even matter what race. I saw them beat the hell out of a white teenager for no reason. Sean Brewer with the $5 says, resisting arrest is, quote, not getting out of the car when asked. Quote, exclamation point. Go look it up. People think resisting arrest is only fighting against the cop. Yeah. Shan with the $5 says, cops arrested drunk drivers every day in America all day. That's literally saving lives. Damn, come on, stop and think. Damn. Aaron with the $2 says, minority of black people speak for us. The same for the police. But Beans, you want to answer this or respond to this?
Yeah. Well, first of all, to the other comment, it's like Uncle Jeff said that the police used to do things like take guys to their ops neighborhoods and stuff like that, send guys to jail when they ain't supposed to be there. Things end up happening to them, right? So, but we're not counting that in the destroying or taking lives portion. So I don't want to count them, sitting around or anything else as saving a life, right? Lifeguards save lives, right? Firemen save lives, military men save lives. But to Rebecca's question, because y'all don't like being married. My son he like his dad. He's an emotional kid. He lived with his heart on his sleeve. He was, that once me and his mom separated, that separating thing can really affect kids, and they yearn for that male-female connection in their life. If they can't see it from their parents, then they want it from themselves. And he wanted it in a bad way. them first couple of girlfriends, they lasted the entirety of his high school years, the 2 girlfriends, just to show you what kind of boy he was. He wasn't running around in the streets trying to chase girls. He wanted his woman. And once I saw him really starting to get into girls, let's just be honest about who y'all are, sis. Like, I love y'all. I just did 5 songs praising women, saluting women, loving women, and all of that. But I'm not gonna lie about who y'all are. I'm not gonna pretend about what y'all can be. And my son was a nerd. He don't care about no Jordans. He don't care about no Gucci. He don't care about none of that. He had his cross training shoes on, his little jogger pants with his high water socks, and he's sitting on 2K with his homies. And a couple of those homies was girls. And then his girlfriend be on the FaceTime, his homeboys be in the headset, and that was his life. He wasn't trying to be out in the streets and be nobody's stud. And unfortunately, come on, sis, you know what it is with y'all. We like after all these years, essentially 5-6 years of all these podcasts. At this point, we can literally say hundreds of thousands of men have come out and gave the same story about what we've dealt with dealing with our sisters. And all y'all do is gaslight us, tell us we gay, tell us we broke, and everything else except for addressing y'all behavior. So I just told him, hey, I know you want love. I know you want a woman, wife, kids, and all of that. You're not going to get it with nobody who look like us. You might want to get you a first-generation Hispanic woman. And that's what he did. His first 2 girlfriends, one was mixed, and the first one was mixed. Her mama was white, the daddy was black. And then the second girl was first-generation Hispanic. Her daddy didn't even speak English. Now he in Georgia. And I'm scared because he down there with all them highs.
Uncle Jeff, any final thoughts, OG?
Yeah, man. We need not be, number one, surprised. What other people think of us is none of our business. As men who are obviously going to be the elders in the future, we have a responsibility to guide our families through this bullshit. Who here didn't know that Barack Obama was a sweet nigga with a hidden agenda? We all did. He just finna show it. My prediction, before Christmas, he gonna come out. I'm done. Oh, and no, we're almost done. That's part of dismantling what we call America. That's what's happening right now.
By the way, you look like it too, Rebecca. HAMP, the name of that video is Barack Obama on What It Takes to Raise Boys and How Michelle Made Parenting Better, IMO. That's the name of that video. So that's why I said they were targeting boys. That's why I had to immediately concede to Fantastic's point that it's promoting. I can't help it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we all know that Corey, every time he get into it with anybody or don't like somebody, they got to be gay. But I don't know, man. I think he might be right about this one. Dope, super, super dope show. HAMP, I got 3 new songs. They all on some I love women type shit, and I don't care what y'all think. They are fire to me. I'm going to get them to you. I got up, I was working and mixing and stuff, and then I said, let me take a break because I had them headphones on for like 4 hours straight. So, of course, my ears was ringing, so I took a break, jumped on here with y'all, so I was glad to see you. Shout out to my man, Big Aaron in the building. Shout out to my man, Fantastic. Changed that A to a B. Big back, black guy. Shout out to my man, Jeff, and my man, Hamp, as always. And the chat, too. Salute to the chat, man.
Nigga, don't shout me out. I got a beef with you, and I'm gonna pick it right now. Hey, Ham, how long you been waiting on your tracks? You been waiting?
No, Uncle Jeff, just to rub it in, pause. He sent me 2 tracks in a minute in 37 seconds, so I could put them in my mix.
Oh yeah. So okay. Well, let me help you with that. Add a little insult to injury. I'm saying it in front of the world. The internet's forever. I have a direct line. He has a Stevie Wonder sample that he'll never get cleared, but it would be nice if Stevie heard it. I have an absolute recommend to Stevie
Isn't
Wonder.
that
It's
the
not
one
me.
we played?
You did.
Yeah.
He
This
need
brother
that
got
kid. That shit is fire.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna say this in front of everybody, bro. 365 days now. Wherever you are, that's on you. Don't say ain't nobody trying to help you. That's 3 DJs. That's 3
We
days.
played
That's
that.
3 DJs you can count on. I got DJs. I'm not gonna tell you what they do, but they my niggas, and they are very high profile out here that I can hand your shit off today. But I don't have it today. So don't say.
Yeah, you good. No, you're gonna get it.
We
But
played
Ham,
that song 50
did you
times.
read the email I sent you, the last one? I said, Ham, just so you know, I'm not requesting you spend these. I just want you to have them because I trust you. It's a couple of people I don't trust. I don't trust Uncle T because Uncle T be on some bullshit. He don't like Jay-Z. So I can't trust him. But I trust you and I trust OG Do Dirty. If y'all say it's whack, I'm going to believe you. So it's like everything I'm doing now, I'm sending them to you so you can let me know. But
I'm
I
gonna
think
listen
if any
to
grown folk shit, they're gonna love these new joints. This all grown folk shit. I'm not even cursing really.
I'm gonna play him. I'm gonna listen to him for sure.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Hey, I'm about to get back to it. As a matter of fact, Jeff, I got you. Don't worry, it's in the mail.
Bruh, email you in? It's in the email. I'll look. I'll look.
Oh, it's
I'm gonna
coming.
look right now in the email.
Hey, and where's the Bible study?
12 p.m. Sunday.
Oh, 12 p.m. Sunday. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
All right, y'all.
Easy. It's a fantastic. What's popping, man? Any final thoughts?
Nah, man. Great show. Don't let some stranger gay man just come into your son's life. Pause, no pun intended, right? But at the same time, definitely don't let them do that. Yeah, man. The Shannon Sharpe shit was tricks are gonna trick, man. If you are in that situation, please get paperwork and stuff to protect yourself. But by all means, man, just understand what the fuck going on out here.
It's a fact. And Rand, what's popping?
Gentlemen, if you're a father of a son, it is incumbent upon you to do your best to make sure your son is brought up righteously and in a righteous environment around righteous people. If you do not, you're putting forth into the community toxic waste. If he ends up being toxic waste, you did your best. It's not on you, it's on him. Every man's accountable for himself. But every man's accountability starts with the man that brought his ass in here. Do your damn job.
Yeah, man, 100%. You should be the greatest influence. We understand that it's gonna be a whole lot of outside things that come in, right? You do your best to ward off everything, but you won't be there for everything. So you hope that the baseline in which you set takes precedent as much as possible, and also know where you have potential downfalls or deficits. In which case, you can incorporate men that you trust to help shape that boy to the best version of himself. I think that's uberly important. Shannon Sharpe, tricking shit, the misunderstanding, the trusting. I think he shot himself in the foot, even with the trust part. Saying things in text over the phone. If you wanted to have that type of sexual appetite, which we know is pretty popular. When 50 Shades of Grey first came out, it was sold out in theaters across the country. So there's definitely a set of people who like that shit that he was on based on what we heard. The truth is, man, you can be taken advantage of, man. The people that's closest to you that love you will hurt you the most. That shit always applied. And even Shannon Sharpe in that situation getting too comfortable. It's unfortunate, but trust needs to be lended to, the few who deserve it. And even then you never know, right? So interesting, man. Dope show. I like the turn that it took in terms of just the fatherhood and all that. That's important, man. Uberly important. Most High willing, man. We about to go out here with Shaw, watch this movie premiere. Salute to Mississippi. We definitely need to get the civil rights movement down here to Mississippi as soon as possible. Let these niggas know they free. at least free from the whips and chains, you know, because shit backwards. Join the Discord, man. Yeah, Bible study is just one of the many things we trying to build there. Salute the homeboy with that $1,000 to get his business started. We're looking for the next person who is very serious about their business to lend that $1,000 to, not lend, sorry. You know, contribute the $1,000 to the growth of that business. And all the programs. Movie night last night, we watched Rounders just because I got inspired by all the gamblers. So Rounders is a dope movie with Matt Damon if you ever got a chance. But yeah, join the Discord, man. Get your tickets to DC. I think there's like 2 or 3 early bird tickets available. It's gonna be an epic weekend for sure, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.